And we return.
But do we though?
Hello.
I mean, kinda. I also think this is the first stream I've had in 2 weeks, so.
I don't know how that feels.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
But yeah, no,
My internet
Mhm.
my internet went out like 4 times over the last 6 days.
Oof.
Let's hope it doesn't happen tonight.
Tropical storms are a bitch and all that.
True.
Oh, yes, they are.
Yeah. Yeah, they can be a real piece of shit. Well, how's everybody doing?
Generally pretty good, but that's also because the next 4 days I have D&D sessions.
Generally pretty bad, pretty bad because I also am going to be super busy and with D&D sessions. Except I'm the one running them, so I got to do a lot of preparation.
Oh yeah, you're half of those.
Yeah, I am. I hope you enjoyed this week's GDQ. And I hope that you get to enjoy cramming all the D&D sessions you're about to do after it's done.
I played 30 hours of Cyberpunk 2077 in 2 days.
How much Miracle of Sound have you been listening to?
None.
Damn. 'Cause for some reason, I've actually been listening to Neon Red by them for Cyberpunk, and it's kind of been stuck in my head. Alongside Creed.
That's a you problem.
You know what...
Damn, that's
I'm
a throwback.
I don't know why. I'm just... And it's not it's not like the normal version of Creed. It's the version of Creed that you hear at, like, the muffled version you hear in a bar, and you know someone's going through someone. You know which song it is. One Last Breath. The one that screams, "Hold me now, I'm 6 feet from the edge."
Hold me
damn.
now. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe
so-
copyright is something I shouldn't sing.
So,
I mean,
so, like,
there's no
late
musical
90s?
background, so you're good, technically.
You'd be surprised.
Bro, Lanny has gotten copyright struck singing Jonathan Colton a cappella. They came after his ass.
He's
Yeah,
just that good.
Even if you're bad, don't do it.
That's some bullshit.
You could take
That's
the
Twitch.
the most scratchy, like 17-year-old acne having voice shifting teenager singing Johnny Cash, and Twitch will get you.
Which is why I'm consistently surprised, because I actually have an option where, like, people can say, "Hey, serenade," and I haven't been hit. Crossing my fingers, but I haven't been hit so far at all, and I've had that up for like a year and a half.
Part of
maybe
it
2 years.
is like what you're singing, and also who is doing the singing, which is why a bunch of these like VTubers and other folks that have some like standing can get away with shit like that. But you know, us normies, nah. If you're
I
gonna
think one
sing,
of the first songs I chose was like a Chris Corn. No, it was a Soundgarden song.
interesting.
I
You
sang
were
like
saying,
a full
like-
chorus.
I was gonna say Johnny Cash, Queen, like, you know, things like that. Yeah, no, or God forbid if you sing anything from Travolta, the mob will come after you. That's not a
Yeah.
joke.
You know, I know it's been a while since I streamed, and honestly, I don't think I'll be picking streaming up until
It's been a
either
while.
we get either I get a new rig or something, but I kind of want to do some karaoke.
Right?
Also,
And I want to do some karaoke using Men at Work.
Also, thanks for the resub, Wiley. But yeah, do we want to start going around the horn?
Yeah, who would like to start? Also, what the fuck is that? God damn.
That is accurate for today, considering.
Yeah, war crimes.
Hi, I'm War Crimes, also known as Spoiled Chestnut, also known as Krista. Pregnancy's a bitch. Don't let it happen. No, I'm kidding. Have kids responsibly, children. Otherwise, wrap it up. I do not exist. I am a figment of your imagination, a mass hallucination. I show up here every other Saturday and on Candlekeep, and that's kind of it. Otherwise, you ain't gonna see my ass. But yeah, I don't really do social media anymore. And speaking of not doing social media, hey CG Tag!
Oh, that's my line. Hello, I'm CG. You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me on various Good Beans channels such as twitch.tv/farting turt, where you can find me tomorrow for the wrap up, the round table, the Q&A, the celebration of War of the Shattered Sun, our recently ended campaign that we've been running every Sunday for the past 5 years on this day. You can also find me there every other Tuesday for Rascals and Rafka. This is an off week, so you'll be seeing me there in 2 weeks. You can also find me there every now and again for Candlekeep, on which I bounce around from person to person for who streams, but is good times. And of course, you can find me here on Monday for Pack Tactics. We're going to be doing a special Monday prologue, and then we're going to start proper this upcoming Thursday the same week. So we're going to be busy on this channel. You know who is probably also going to be busy, but maybe not on this channel? Zai.
Hi, I'm Zyme. You can find me here and Instagram at Zyme site and basically everywhere else like Blue Sky and YouTube and such at Zyme or Zyminess. Uh, I'll be in Candlekeep next week. Yeah, Tuesday is the 15th, so I think that's the right day. I'm juggling a lot. School be weird, yo. But when I'm not doing schoolwork or D&D in Candlekeep or in Saved by the Spell every other Saturday, uh you can catch me Tuesdays. We're almost there with Final Fantasy X. Like we have summoned the super boss bitch. I just need to be strong enough to beat it. But we're in there. I swear. Wednesdays playing the Hell Mode difficulty of Onimusha 2, which has been a fabulous time. I am still an Eason critical god. And then on Fridays we are playing fighting games and beat 'em ups. We played Virtua Fighter yesterday, had some fun times, had some laughs. I have Chronicles of Mystara after 12 years. I might play that next Friday. We'll have to see. I'll keep you posted. But that's me. Bobert, what about you?
Greetings and salutations, friends. I'm Shadow Dancer Bob. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, so on and so forth at Shadow Dancer Bob. Hopefully tomorrow we've got the Maelstrom, which is my WWE 2K23 meets D&D wrestling show with over like 50, 60, 70 players. I don't fucking know anymore. There's a lot of stuff going on. We got invaded by the GIF. People didn't fuck around. But hopefully we'll be able to stream again tomorrow. Who knows what I'm doing when I'm not getting shanked by Cyberpunk. Whoever hasn't gone, please go. Because I've been writing something and I haven't paid attention.
You can find me at on streaming on Mondays, randomizers, and or roguelikes at Wiley is Willy on Twitch. Every other Tuesday at Ravnica or at Ringtar's channel. I'm gonna try to start doing overnight Friday, Saturday streams. Probably Subnautica for now. And on Sundays, every other Sunday is with Helix Sucks. We do co-op Zelda randomizers. And on those off weeks, I guess I'll do some other stream, probably more Subnautica. You can find my music on YouTube at Wily Willy. I'm also on Blue Sky and Ko-Fi. Missions are open. Ross, where can we find you?
Hello, Twitch, Twitter, JFrost747. Find me here on this lovely channel every other Saturday for this lovely campaign of Saved by the Spell. You can find me also at twitch.tv/FartingTart for random D&D streams, as well as other things. You'll find us there tomorrow for our 5-year anniversary of the War of the Shattered Sun campaign. We'll be doing a Q&A and fun. You'll also be able to find me on random people's channels, especially whenever Candlekeep games happen. And, of course, some other things, hopefully. You never know. But that's it for me. Hey, Vaughn.
Hi there. You've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn, but you can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky at BurnoutVaughn, and over at Patreon Burnout's Bar. Yeah, lots going on the next several days, because we've got Saved by a Spell today, we've got Those Who Wander tomorrow, and then Monday we have Pack Tactics. So if you enjoy the D&D content on this channel, you're going to be eating very good for at least 3 days. But not doing much else aside from... Oh, yeah, no, I can actually say this. We should be finishing Of the Devil this coming following Saturday. So look forward to that. But now that we got that out of the way, it's time for me to play our theme song and get us underway.
Coffee.
I mean, Daedalus is definitely getting stuffed, whether he likes it or not.
Hey, fucking yo.
Hot pocket.
So for us, you want to take us away?
I'm gonna be real, I don't know where to even fucking begin with that shit. Like, y'all caught me off guard with that shit.
With the hot pockets.
I feel bad for Hot Pockets. I can't look at them anymore without thinking of Jim Gaffigan's bit, and that's not a good thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
We failed. Frost is still in his chair.
Yeah, you gotta try harder now. I've actually grown a little bit more, resistant.
I doubt that, but we'll say that we missed this time.
You got to install the spare legs like in the Simpsons episode.
I'm not even gonna question that one, considering.
You put a couple legs on the back of your chair so you don't fall backwards like a goober. You goober?
But who's a goofy goober?
Maybe we should start.
You can do that with an auto hammer.
You know what? Fair enough. But yeah, I believe it is time. Let me see what kind of music we've got. Let me see. Would this be a good one? How's this sound for everybody? Sound good?
I don't hear anything.
What's
Sounds
that?
good
Oh.
to me.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, then I got to refresh.
Maybe just a touch down, like 10% from where it is.
I feel like I'm
There you
about to
go.
start hearing Kalima.
No, unfortunately, we could not get the Great Kali for tonight's session. How about now? Can you hear this now, Vaughn?
Nope, and I refreshed.
Did you do the full refresh for the glitch?
I can't do that because I'm on stream.
Is quick question: is your volume in our volume control?
I mean, I have it turned down a little bit, but not much. Like, I'm literally picking up nothing.
Well, here. Let me see if I can try a different track. See if
A
this
different track might work.
see if it works here or not. If you can't hear that, we'll just have to keep going. It'll be fine. We'll just use Theater of the Mind.
Yeah, theater of mine.
Alright, well, if that's the case, I'll just switch us back over to this track and Theater of the Mind. So, who would like to go over what happened last session?
Sure, I'll do it.
Alright, CG, please, by all means.
We fought a sea serpent in a cove, and we managed to defeat it. Done.
You forgot the part where half the party started believing that they could fly and started flying like Michael Jordan.
Did they have his secret stuff?
Apparently not, because I'm the only one that managed to stay on their feet after they got hit by the damn thing.
True.
You do have a point. But
And apparently Daedalus has impressed one of the females of the cousin tribe.
yeah.
Oh, Goldblum got the kill after turning into a gargantuan ape. That was fun.
Yes, and currently he is lugging around 30 metric tons of giant sea serpent. in
He
this
may or may not have-
gigantic ape form.
He may or may not have instantly become an island legend.
The island legend of Gold Kong has been born.
The Grey Gorilla.
Grey Gorilla. You know what, Wiley? Give yourself some inspiration. You earned it.
I already have it.
Well, then give it to someone.
Pick someone.
Does Daedalus have it?
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
have it.
I don't have it.
Give it to Balky.
It's up to you.
Doesn't Salas get it for doing the recap?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Sally should get it for the recap too.
All right. You know what? I'll give it to you. You get your recap inspiration.
Hooray.
I feel like I am missing. Oh, there we go. If that is the case, I will say we return back to the campaign, and let us switch us back over to the village map, where I will, for brevity's sake, keep you all as your token sizes as of right now. I will say, however, that the entirety of this hunter village has been pleasantly shocked by the sight of what would be a giant-ass monkey, a giant-ass gorilla, lugging a big-ass sea serpent. In fact, vast majority of the huntresses will kind of fact, I'd probably say 3 did come along, so... Are a little bit in awe, especially considering the fact that everyone kind of just comes back. Kimmy is absolutely stunned and kind of... You see her kneeling down, praying to the spirits and to the ancestors. Keha is yelling back in triumph, and a bunch of the huntresses are also kind of like yelling out in triumph. Goldblum, I assume you set the sea serpent down somewhere. Do you have any particular area you're gonna set them?
Where they would like me to put it down?
Oh, that'll be easy. They'll tell you to set the serpent kind of right outside the... right around here. They're gonna begin to start... Like, huntresses are immediately starting to go clockwork. You see, Kimmy is actually immediately telling the other huntresses in the village to go and collect as much firewood as possible. They are going to chop this thing, and they're going to, more than likely, there's going to be a huge feast tonight.
Belky will help start the fire.
Alright, Belky, you will help start the fire. This will give advantage to Kimmy, as she is going to be needing to do a check. Let's see, where's the friendly dice? Where's the friendly dice? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's friendly dice. I'll give advantage, so give me the chaos dice too. Okay. Belky, with your assistance, you and Kimmy are going to be working on this massive fire that is... It almost looks like a funeral pyre. But you can clearly see that, like, there is much more segments. The stonework is actually being used a little bit easier. In fact, at one point, Kimmy will actually use a spell slot of hers and conjure an earth elemental to assist in lugging heavy stones to kind of act as a barrier. Not boulders per se, but definitely large-sized rocks. And with your help, a fire is set. The Earth Elemental will also set up a couple of wooden logs to kind of, like, you're familiar with how, like, you would have a canoe rack, right? You know, the old school canoe racks that are like the wooden X's.
I guess.
Think of those, except much larger, and there is a literal gigantic, like, log that is being, like, hauled. They are skewering the meat on there. So it is, this entire meat is being, like, roasted over this massive funeral pyre-sized bonfire.
So, hold on. Let me copy this. So, like, this?
Kind of, yeah.
That way you can get it on all sides?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's basically setting it up where the skewer up top is to kind of help with just the support, because they have to... It takes quite a bit for, like, chunks of the meat. They're basically taking, like, small logs and skewering through the meat. Which... It's actually kind of interesting, considering the fact that there is a little bit of force. Even with this creature being dead, the scales of it are a little... much more reinforced. But that's to be expected, considering this is a gigantic sea serpent. What all are you all doing? I know we have assistants in the bonfire. What about the rest of you? Are you all wanting to just chill out, relax? Are you looking to assist?
Datus wants to pull Salus to the side and have a talk.
Oh, by all means.
Hey, Salus,
Oh.
could you just step over here for a second? Yeah, over here.
Oh, yeah. All right. You got me. What's up?
So, asking for a friend, do you have any advice with dealing with romantically forward Tabaxi? Because you're kind of the expert at this point. By the way, I'm the friend because we're friends.
Salus just kind of rolls his eyes.
Which no one can tell.
Yeah. I would believe that I'm not the best option to pick, as I'm currently in way with that. I feel like if you want to go to the source, you could always try Endair. Endair would have some solid idea on that.
Oh, they're the next stop on this.
Well, I can only tell you what hasn't been working. Prank war hasn't been working. Being annoyed hasn't been working, and that's basically the extent of it. I am as lost as you are.
You see, Daedalus has actually wrote down those two things. Well, this is going to be very, very interesting because, well, the last person I kissed no longer exists.
Actually, you kissed out of character. You kissed all of us just to remind you. We played Spin the Bottle.
Yeah,
Like
but
that did happen.
that was before he kissed her after us. I
Yeah.
believe.
That Spin the Bottle was pre-trauma.
Apologies.
But yeah, alright, well. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Well, worst case scenario, I turn myself invisible until everyone's asleep.
I should think about that in the future.
I mean, just let me know. At this point, I still got most of my level 2 slots.
Oh, I can handle myself on that front, but I feel like that might be considered rude. So I'm saving that as a last resort.
Alright, I need to nonchalantly make my way over to Endair and then ask them.
Oh, before you go, I wanted to say thank you for earlier.
For what?
Well, getting me off the boat for one thing. That whole thing was a pain in the butt. Good use of tenses.
Yeah, if we had a longer voyage, I was actually planning on seeing it that if I could just constantly keep ritual casting Tinser's floating disc. Because then I could just change my sleep schedule and then just spend 4 hours, like in the morning, like asleep.
Maybe. You'd only have to watch over me until I passed out. Then hopefully I'll be good until the morning.
But then if anything wakes you up, you're just gonna get sick again.
Well, you'll be up then, won't you?
Statistically, probably.
There you go. You know what? As Sal's is having this conversation, thinking about the trip, I'm gonna go ahead and I wanted to give you the thanks. It was a good idea. Let's revisit this later, because I don't want to think about it right now. 1,000-yard stare, Vietnam flashbacks to the ride.
That's the first time meme for Daedalus to you.
The irony, all things considered, it's a jungle.
Yeah, I wanted to say thanks.
Oh, no problem. Always happy to help.
Off with you. See if you can find some more advice from Endair, and if I were you, I'd cross-check this a little with your sister, the advice that Endair's gonna give you.
Fair. You know, ironically, that's the only way I actually could figure this out.
Really?
Yeah. Basically, like, I'm not very good with romance, you can tell, probably. But I've learned at least one thing in that regard. I've learned to recognize the way people look at my sister. And someone looked at me like that.
I suppose learning through observation and all that.
I do have basic pattern recognition, yes.
Now, don't let me keep you. The longer that you don't have your answer, the longer you run the risk of potentially receiving some unwanted attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get to Endair without anyone seeing me and without wasting a spell. You can go on ahead.
Salus will nod and he'll just kind of like, just kind of meander around the village. Just kind of stretch his legs a little bit.
Okay. Salus, you go out. You're gonna get some leg stretching and everything else. It's quite nice. In fact, you can kind of feel the festivity in the air, especially considering the fact that this seems to be a pretty big celebration. Could you do me a favor and roll me a perception check?
Alrighty. It's perceivers. It's a whopping 13.
Nothing really out of the ordinary as you're kind of just getting a little bit of a stretch and walk. At one point, you kind of do see like a couple animals. Like you see a bit of like some birds. You see some bugs. There was a neat little beetle kind of just like going on the ground at one point.
Oh yeah, no need to worry about the fact that you're the most eligible bachelor in an entire village of nothing but female Tabaxi. With
You
a low
kidding me?
perception check.
Totally don't think about that too hard.
Yeah. But, in all honesty, your walk is quite relaxing. Meanwhile, with the rest of the group, Go Bloom, Iapetus, what about you guys? Anything going on with you?
So Iapetus would be doing probably one of two things. Either A, if any of Keha's warriors need help, like, cleaning their equipment afterwards, since she can kind of gauge that we're probably not surrounded by clean water, like, she'd help, like, make water and stuff to, like, help clean their weapons of the blood and stuff. 'Cause,
Oh, of course.
and if they didn't need help with that, funny enough, she'd probably be looking for either Endair or who else is helping cook the food, because she still has the as if they needed it.
Yes. What you got?
I mean, well, it depends on what they need, but those are.
I will say they don't necessarily need any assistance with cleaning their weaponry. They do have their own materials for cleaning. Especially considering the fact that most of their cleaning comes from simple rags works, as well as a little bit of, like, there is fresh water. It's not too far with a little bit of a stream running down. If anything, Endair, do you need
Yeah.
assistance with cooking, or would you like assistance with cooking?
Belky's helping with cooking. I said that in the beginning. Remember with like the fire? She is.
You were helping with the fire.
Okay, well, she's also getting the party started by like playing some music and doing like fire dancing to get it started.
Okay, well then we'll keep that in wraps. I am,
Okay.
however, asking about cooking though.
Endair will accept anybody that wants to help, but he just went right to it.
Okay, I would say, Iapetus, if you would like, you can go and assist Endair with some cooking. Endair, I would
if she sees
say.
him-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, sorry, you go.
No, go ahead, go ahead. Could you repeat that? You're cutting out. Uh-oh.
And we lost Sai.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, there we go. There we go. We can hear you now. What were you saying?
So was saying, if it looks like he's still in his element of he's getting into cooking and he wouldn't mind help, then yeah, she'll just roll on over, roll up her sleeves, and just fall in line essentially.
Of course. I'll just move you up towards Endair. Endair, you will have some assistance from Iapetus with cooking. If
Almost
you would
almost like they never left the kitchen in the ley lines. And there, as soon as she took her place right beside him, he immediately went about not only telling her what needs to be done, but also giving her basic instruction on Tabaxi style cooking, especially with kind of meat this large. Things like getting the seasoning into the deep into the meat so that it can disseminate through the meat instead of just being on the outside where you get a flavorful outside, but everything inside is just cooked meat.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes about teaching her exactly the ways that are going on. Of course, he's doing his best to work with any of the other cousins that are working on this exact same thing. He's not taking a lead, but he's making suggestions, voicing opinions, things like that, whenever it comes to them.
Of course. I would say you have at least one cousin who is currently assisting with cooking. Two of them are currently working alongside Belky with fire, and of course, you do happen to have a good old Kimmy also. Kind of her predominant thing is the fire. As far as getting the meat and everything else prepared, the rest of the Tabaxi tribe's women are currently doing their best. In fact, two of them are immediately running towards like the chicken coop and the pig pen to kind of get some extra little bits of side dishes, mostly like eggs, a little bit of like meat from like some of the older birds. One of them is currently out in the jungle foraging a little bit for more plants and vegetables. Keha is predominantly doing the work of getting the sea serpent cut up and kind of like doing a little bit of foraging on the serpents. So, with that being said, Endair, Iapetus. Endair, I will let you roll with advantage as you have cooking utensils and everything else. You have a cooker. So I'll let you roll with that with advantage because you are getting assistance.
That's a 25.
25. Simple, effective, easy. It is. It's second nature to you. This is the setting may be changed, but the delivery is all the same. You know what to cut, your time spent at your job, as well as helping out in the kitchen. It's honestly pretty simplistic stuff. If anything, you're just going more back to basics. You're not going for the fanciful, like, higher end, like, storage ingredients and stuff. This is home cooking. This is, you make do with what you got, and honestly, you've got a lot to work with here.
So while Endair is in the heat of the moment, he's going through and he is moving quickly. He's going through, grabbing things from the trio of chests that he brought of his own, which were full of supplies of their own. He's taken the items that the huntresses and the cousins are bringing in. He's doing this, that, and the other. Knives are waving, and he's doing everything that he can. He's giving instructions to Iapetus. He's giving suggestions to the cousins, and all the while he's doing this, he's in the middle of telling the cousins around that will listen stories from Strixhaven. He tells them. Go ahead.
Oh, but no, by all means, go ahead. I want to hear this.
He tells them stories of the battle with Gruul. He tells them stories of not doing battle with a great kraken, but actually working for the kraken and cooking alongside. He tells them stories of the ley lines, where those of similar kin have taken a seat of power in the city. He tells them about what he knows of the Leonin from other planes of existence. He tells them of Samson. He tells them of some of their battles with the Great Octopus, dining in the halls with a dragon of cobalt scales. He tells them of the heartache of nearly losing one of their own to a great beast that is of bone and rot. He tells them of a fight with an undead serpent that turned a friend to glass with its gaze. He tells them of being challenged to cooking combat by a crime lord that ruled his city with spice and steel. He tells stories of a green dragon that turned a forest to poison, of finding the egg of a phoenix, fighting one that has walked death and come back unpure, that captured a spirit that guides the dead to the afterlife. And he tells them of watching that spirit soar free once more after the battle was done.
They listen very intently upon your stories, kind of grasping on to each and every one of your words, as if it was almost like biblical, like scripture. And in all honesty, like, it really does earn like a good bit of just honestly recognition, especially considering the fact that with everything that's been said and done, there is just literal admiration and acknowledgement. In fact, at a couple times, Kimmy herself actually kind of like she stops her fire tending to kind of take a moment to appreciate what is being said.
And of course, during the stories, he's not just talking about his deeds. He's talking about the deeds of the entire party. Taking specific time, just like he did when he was first introduced to this clan of cousins. Taking a moment to speak of every single one of his friends' strengths. He also takes a moment to point out and emphasize the effect that each one of them had in critical points in each of these stories.
Can I, as he's telling these stories, can Belky help try and enhance it with her dance and like the use of fire and that sort of thing?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
I would say, please roll me roll me a performance. I will say you will get help thanks to Endair.
Oh, you want me to roll?
Yes.
Oh.
You are trying to convey with physical.
I'm all the way at the top. 26.
26. Alongside this stories being told, Belky, you also aid Endair in this little bit of theater. And honestly, thanks to a bit of work, thanks to pretty clever techniques of like using the flame to emphasize via with shadow play.
With the cantrips produce flame. I'm not actually,
Of
attacking
course, of
anything.
course.
Just
It definitely earns like a bit of like it earns more and more admiration, all things considered.
But that's not where the story ends. He then continues on, and he regales those that didn't follow. To the battle, exactly what happened in the battle. And he does his best to make everybody seem as grand and heroic as they were meant to be, despite some actions weren't as great as they were hoped to be.
Of course. Still, it's definitely earned quite a bit of admiration from each and every one of your cousins. Which, in all honesty, turns out to be quite nice, really wrapped up. And it also helps when it comes to with, passing a little bit of the time and everything. Goldbloom. Keha will actually be approaching you and inquiring your assistance for helping with basically getting some stuff off of the sea serpent. Specifically, she's trying to get some of the fangs and scales as well as some other parts. I will say, while you are helping her, I will let you roll a survival with advantage if you wish to harvest some stuff yourself.
I would love to. I have to think this character doesn't have guidance. It's a 16?
16 isn't too bad. You managed to actually get at least a couple. You managed to get some scales off. There's a bit of 1 to 2 fangs that are also. The fangs are pretty decently sized. In fact, honestly, I would say in thickness, they're about as thick as your fist. But in terms of length, I'd say they would probably be. They would probably be around the size of. Like an Insignia remote control. Like an Insignia TV remote. Which, I mean, it's not too massive, but still big. But you do gather your stuff. Well, it's not too bad. It's actually quite nice. Daedalus.
Mm-hmm.
There is something for you, however, my dear friend.
Oh.
Kimmy's actually going to come up to you and request your assistance, as she knows you are one of the magic persuasion.
Oh. Okay, yeah, what do you need?
I need your assistance with a little bit. Tell me, you are of the more storm variety of magics?
Yeah. He points to a spell book.
She nods immediately. If I could, I would need some assistance. And she is actually going to pull out a small little pouch. And she pours this pouch into a kind of mold. Daedalus, if you could, please roll me a nature check. The DC is not high.
11.
11 is more than enough. She's pouring sand into a mold. If I could get your assistance, dear friend.
Yeah,
You
what do
wouldn't
you...
happen to have any lightning-based capabilities, would you?
Yes, but you're gonna want to stand away from that if I'm gonna do that.
Of course. And she will kind of... I'll say she kind of directs you. In fact, I'll move both of your tokens over towards, like, the main tent.
Okay. And Daedalus will use one of his first level slots because he still has all of those. Witch Bolt.
Witch Bolt. Okay. As you cast the Witch Bolt and hit the sand, much like how actual lightning is to sand upon a beach, you watch as it creates a glass. Granted, while the mold itself is perfectly filled and the glass does form, there is still that kind of unevenness due to the fact that there is the jagged extrusions? I think is the correct word.
I think poor.
You make fulgurite.
Yes.
But
and
he'll just say, "Now you don't want to touch that for at least another 30 minutes. It's gonna be very hot."
She nods, but she goes, "It is all right. I have no need to touch it via my hands." And you watch as she pulls out a small little instrument, a little tool, as she she starts kind of like breaking off the pieces that are jutting out of this mold. And eventually she takes like almost this primitive version of like what would be tongs and pulls this fulgurite glass jar out of the mold. Ah, this will do quite nicely. Thank you. I greatly appreciate your assistance, dear friend.
Oh,
Spirits shall be enjoying this.
Okay. He just gives a double thumbs up because he doesn't know what to say.
And she will kind of like just point towards a little... She'll point towards like a seat and go, "Please, take a seat. Enjoy some water. The feast should probably be ready in... dear cousin, how long do you think the feast will be?" As she looks over to your direction, Endair. Endair?
I am sorry, I was reading something and writing something. Could you repeat
Oh,
that?
good. She asks how long do you think it will be until the feast is at least prepared?
How long, given my knowledge of cooking, how long do you think that it might take? A little bit, a long time?
I'd say considering you've got basically a small army assisting you in cooking as well as everything else, as well as the fact that this fire is roaring as hot as it is to the point where you actually do kind of need to take a couple steps back, it's looking like it probably could be done within 20 to 30 minutes.
Probably about 20, 25 minutes or so. Shouldn't be too much longer. We could probably start taking the smaller pieces off.
She nods. Of course, of course. And with that, I will say time will pass by, and eventually dinner is served. I will move people's characters' tokens. If you want to move your own tokens, please. as there is going to be quite a bit of a feast. In fact, I'll actually swap a couple of you. If you want to reposition yourselves in any other area, please let me know.
For a second there, I was like, are you going to surround me with cats?
Yes.
I mean, there's a joke there, but
Cat girls, what you wanna do?
when
At least
they
one of them
meowing
dated us.
for you.
Oh, so we don't get to mingle with the kibbies. We have to.
I
we
mean,
have to get in
hey,
this
feel
one.
free to pick wherever you want. I'm just setting up this as the general, like, area. If you want to find a place, go ahead.
Well, I did until you moved everybody around.
Well, go ahead and redo. In fact, just point out where you want to sit.
Fine, maybe I will. Maybe I'll sit,
Fine,
maybe
do
I'll
it.
sit over here.
Okay, you're gonna be sitting in the fire.
Well, there's nowhere else.
Go, Bloom. Fire does not hurt Fire does not hurt a man like me.
I was told I was hot by one of the others. I am proving them correct.
Shut the fuck up, Seiji, goddamn.
I will break out. Endair reaches into his bag, and he will pull out 3 bottles, and he will set them basically on the table for everybody. This is 3 bottles of water-deep wine.
Nice.
Ooh, okay, busting out the good shit. With the quote-unquote tables set with little planks and everything else surrounding this gigantic roaring fire, there is, of course, music being played, both a combination of Belky and a couple others of the tribe. You see Keha kind of standing up and immediately putting what appears to be a tooth? This fang. But it's been hollowed out to act as a drinking cup. And she goes, "To our dear cousin and his friends. Today, we have taken a great trophy to the ancestors." And the rest of the tribeswomen raise their cups up. "To the ancestors."
Endair follows suit.
And
Same.
there is a deep drink, followed by belching. Lots and lots of belching. And of course, celebration, the feasting. It's going on nicely. Food is being passed left, right, and center. There is sea serpent meat. There is chicken. There is roasted boar. There is just different fruits and vegetables being passed around. A bit of a drink. In fact, you all are given like a small little wooden cup, and inside is kind of like there is a little bit of a dark liquid in there. It definitely has a nice fruity aroma, but you can kind of smell a little bit of iron coming off it.
It's blood.
It is a blood drink. Do you all partake?
Fuck it, when rum.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And-
Is it fish?
It's not fish. It is
This would
sea
sip it.
serpent's blood.
Yes, that's what I was asking. Say fishy.
It's, I would say, less fishy. It's more, it's like you're kind of gnawing on a nail head.
Ew. Gross.
But the berries kind of help, alleviate that metallic taste. kind of gives it more like a dry kind of drink.
This sounds like the iron like gummies that I have to eat every morning. First, it tastes like grape, and then it tastes like pennies.
Yeah, basically, that's a perfect way to say. It tastes like mixed berries with pennies, or copper pieces, I should say, in this kind of sense. It's not bad. Kind of takes a little bit to go down, but it's definitely not bad. Could be a lot worse.
So Endair is going to make sure, while he was cooking, he made sure that the heart of the beast was properly cooked, and he ensures that each warrior that was at the battle gets a part of the heart. Goldblum, of course, is served the largest piece of the heart.
Of course.
As he looks over his friends, he speaks. When you slay a creature, you partake of its heart to absorb its mana. Mana is not just energy. It's presence, spirit, the breath behind every heartbeat and every story. And when a great creature falls, the mana doesn't vanish. Part of it returns to the earth, to the sky, to the water, or to those strong enough or worthy enough to carry it forward. By partaking of a piece of this great beast, each one of you will absorb a portion of its mana. I'm sure that some of you have always seen when we go into war, one of the things that we always do is extend our tongue to our enemy. That is to let our enemy know its fate. For when we slay it, we will consume it. He looks over his friends. That's why showing your tongue to a Tabaxi is the gravest of insults. And you're likely to start a duel right then. But to absorb the mana of such a creature is to say, I will remember. I will carry onward. It's not theft. It's inheritance. You only take what's been offered. You don't rip. It must flow. That's why you feel it when it happens, like a tide rushing through your chest, or wind through your blood. You don't just take its strength, you take its pain, you take its lessons, its weight. If you absorb the mana of a bird, you might feel its last sky. If it was a predator, you might feel its hunger sharpen your mind. But you also risk its fury, its fear, its unfinished desires. And he reaches up and touches his chest just above his heart. When you see someone absorb mana from the heart, don't ask why. How much stronger have they become? Ask, who do they carry now? Are they strong enough to hold more than just their story? And now each one of us carries the story of this great beast. And with that, he lifts the heart, his piece of heart, to the cousins and to his friends before he takes a bite out of it.
You take a bite, and it is this heart, tender, quite well roasted, and most importantly, fresh. You give your thanks. It's honestly one of the most tastiest things you've ever bitten into. It has flavor that is, it's hard to describe. But if you could put effort into a description of taste, it comes out honestly as something life-changing. This is definitely a culinary delicacy in and of itself.
Some would say it's a spiritual experience.
Quite.
Soul food, basically?
Literally.
Mm-hmm. The taste for all of you is like a spiritual experience. It might not be mind tripping like sipping on ayahuasca, but my god, it's an experience and a half. The feasting carries on later into the day, and eventually, as things kind of settle down, Kimmy and Keha look to all of you and they go, "You've done well. Yes, you have done well. Keha, if you could." And Keha nods and goes, "How about I treat you all? There is a little place I know, a little bit outside of our encampment. It's a bit to the northeast. I think you all would like a little bit of a refreshing dip in water that isn't salty. Something more fresh."
Yeah, I can go swimming.
Sure,
She
I can
will.
go for some swimming.
Keha will go and collect. You'll watch as she goes and collects a couple of, like, linen, like, kind of almost makeshift towels and stuff. And she hands you each a kind of towel. "Come, follow me." And she will lead you all off. Is there anyone that wants to stay behind, or would you all like to just go and enjoy a little bit of a nice little dip?
Deus loves avoiding his problems, so yeah, he'll go.
Eh,
Okay.
I
That
can't
is-
wait for your problem to follow you.
Oh,
If that is the case, allow me to switch on over to a different map. Hopefully you all can see this.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's not massive, but a nice little bit of a waterfall map for you all. As you all are being led by Keha, she kind of leads you down a little bit of a nice little path. And it's a little bit windy here and there, a little bit of climbing. But it leads upwards, and eventually you guys can start to hear the sound of water rushing. Further and further, faster and faster, and you do come across a nice river. But Keha kind of tells you to follow her as you go past it a bit, and you're heading more north. And eventually she leads you up this winding trail as she kind of points out to where the tribe managed to kind of rework a bit of the stones and the plants to form some steps. And eventually she leads you up this cliff face towards this beautiful, fresh, clear waterfall. The only time the water seemingly isn't clear or, just see-through is when it's falling off of the face of this cliff. And you could guesstimate that you're probably around anywhere between... You're at least a good, 30 to 50 feet up high. But the water is rushing down. And she turns to you all and goes, "Feel free to take a swim. I can assure you, as first-hand experience, the water is very deep. So you do not need to worry about hitting yourselves on any rocks or anything. You might run into a fish or two, but we leave them be." And she kind of just politely, bows her head a bit. And she goes, "I will catch you all in probably a few hours' time. I need to go back. I have a bit of business I need to finish up at the village."
Wait. Is it safe to jump in there? How are we getting down? And better question, how are we getting back up?
She kind of just chuckles and she points over towards either side. She denominates a kind of makeshift stairwell that has been made by stones on either side of this. She tells you that the best one to use is over here, just due to the fact that that's closer to the path. The one over here kind of heads more closely towards the river flowing downward. The current isn't too strong, so you don't have to worry about being swept away, but the water is quite nice. She even says that the temperature of the water is almost... It's not cold. It's not hot. It's just perfect temperature. And to prove a point, she runs and kind of just swan dives.
And Endair is right after her.
Endair, I have a question to ask you.
Uh-huh.
Are you just jumping in, or do you want to be a little flashy with it?
Oh, I'm absolutely going to be flashy. And then
Please
I'm
roll
going
me
to fuck
up.
up and I'm
Roll-
going to belly flop.
Roll me a acrobatics.
$22.
Like fucking Assassin's Creed diving into a hay barrel from an extremely high tower. You're going well into the water, and true to her word, that water is nice. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's like a nice lukewarm bath water. And of course, the water being as fresh and clear as it is, there is just... You plunge in, and you're approximately maybe 6-7 feet in the water just underneath, just due to the centrifugal force of gravity kind of carrying you down with that leap.
Mm-hmm.
And you open your eyes, and much like up above, it is clear underwater. There are fish. There's nice little bits of a couple different species underneath. Nothing too major. There is some underwater, serpents, but they tend to keep to their own. You do, however, see kind of you see a newt, which kind of just swims past you, and feel a lot more refreshed.
He stays under the water for a good minute and a half before he comes back up. And he's way the fuck over here.
Anything you'd like to say to your compatriots as you resurface?
He just pops his head up, moves some fur out of his eyes, and he looks over at the group to see if they're still there, or if they've started walking down, or if they took the leap. I'm wearing the cloak of the manta ray, by the way.
Oh, even better.
I haven't taken the sumbitch off since I prepared for the trip.
Keha kind of pops up, and she's kind of over here and goes, "Well, what are you all waiting for? Are you scared little kittens? Or are you grown jaguars?"
Elka's just gonna turn to Goldblum and take a small step back and pat him on the back and go, "After you, big guy. Make a splash."
I'm gonna wild shape.
Oh,
Into a jaguar?
What are you
I
wild
was thinking
shaping
something
into?
with swim speed.
Ha! Jaguars
Crocodile.
certainly swim. Crocodile! By the way, I can't move my token.
I don't know why you should be able to, considering I have gone.
Oh, wait, I can't. I don't have any wild shapes left.
Yeah, you
Whoops.
used them.
Let's see.
We
Oh,
argue
no.
that it's been like
Unless we had a short rest.
I'd say you would have had a short rest just this due to, but in all honesty, here.
We literally cooked a feast and ate. Unless
Okay,
the
Belky-
actions of a feast is strenuous, we probably have a short rest.
Yeah,
Depends who's eating.
there you go, Belky. You should have full control now. Don't know why. I'm gonna have to find a way to permanently fix that.
See a reef
Yeah,
shark,
I can move it down.
crocodile, giant frog.
Ribbit.
Come on in, take a dive. Goldblum turns into actual swan to swan dive.
Alligator hissing on the way down. Smack! Belly flops in.
Canadian goose honking.
8th level. For the flying stuff.
Yeah, still off. But Keha will kind of just emerge out of the water and she waves you all as she is going to be heading off. Goldblum, you're jumping in. What are you wild shaping into?
A crocodile. King K. Rool cannonball.
Okay,
Don't stand under him. He has armor on his stomach.
You wild shape and you come hard in the splash. In fact, the water kind of erupts a bit as there's like kind of a micro crater of like where the water dips into crater eyes a bit. And you are, it's almost like bath water to you in terms of temperature.
But how many hit points does an alligator have?
Oh, we can look that up.
Good point, considering you did.
D&D alligator?
19
Oh.
average.
Oh. Oh no.
I have
did say
4
it was
HP unless
30
unless we
to
can roll some hit dice.
I'm gonna say this right now.
4d6. Even if you took, you would have to take a 6 on all 4 in order to turn back.
Yeah. Roll me 4d6. Roll me 46. Considering you didn't Oh, you're fine. You just leave a large splash. One that what size is crocodile?
Large. I am large and in charge.
Yeah. Hey, Endair, you kind of get splashed a bit. As Crocodile Dundee here kind of slams into the water and just erupts. Anybody else?
I would like to use my reaction
Mhm.
to laugh my ass off.
You laugh your ass off. In fact, you are... At one point, you actually kind of, like, begin to cough a bit. Just because, like, as you're laughing, a little bit of water kind of gets into your nose, and you kind of shoot out a small, like, jet of water from, like, your left nostril. How about the rest of you? Y'all jumping in? Y'all just walking in?
So,
Daedalus, who is a kitten, just
So-
walks over here and levitates down.
Wow. Okay.
He doesn't have to prove
With
himself to
sa-
anyone.
what's sad is that there's a slightly similar brain cell that's about to happen. So, the entire time this has been going on, as soon as Kimi was like, yeah, you could just jump in,
Fair enough.
levitates them down to this point so that they're not in the water, and then jumps off.
Okay. I will say, Daedalus, you're just walking into the water, yeah, just wading into it.
No, he's not getting in the water.
Oh, you're not?
He doesn't have
Alright.
he doesn't have any swim trunks. He's got a spell book and his focus on him. He's just sitting down here.
All right, just playing in the sand.
Yeah, he literally
Playing in the sand and dirt.
he literally came to avoid having to deal with that other huntress.
Of course. Iapetus, you jump in and, much like how Goldblum and Endair found out, it's bathwater warm. It not too hot, not too cold. It is just right. It is all right.
Must feel
She
pretty
is-
nice, eh?
She is living the.
It's nice.
Mm.
It's super nice.
Ah, so it's probably about 69 degrees. Got it.
Belky looks at Salus, looks over the cliff, very gingerly peers over the cliff, looks back at Salus. So, you jumping or what?
I haven't decided.
Swimming, sure, yeah, fine. Jumping off a cliff? Yeah, I almost did that forcibly today. Let's maybe not.
Want me to float you down?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and see if it's a good option to get down. And so Salus is going to begin to make his way down the cliff, kind of climbing it down gingerly. And then about 5 seconds after he does, he slips on a slick
Oh, no.
rock and begins to fall. He kicks off in a reaction and using momentum begins to spin midair before making it into a appropriate dive, going 360 the whole way down.
Roll me an acrobatics.
Not very good. I rolled a 14. Fuck it. I'll roll inspiration. I'm being faithful.
Okay.
21.
20 win.
Claiming.
Just following as you said, you do it where you do it kind of a nice little backwards dive in, and Salus, this water feels great on your body.
For anyone who gets the reference, I slip, I fall, and I turn it into a jack shot halfway down.
Oh, motherfucker, I got it.
I got that
Yeah.
reference. Ha ha ha.
Fuck, I hear his theme now. Shit. It was out of my head finally. It's like the DuckTales theme.
DuckTales. Woohoo.
So, Belky,
Mhm.
the last one up on that cliff savings.
Yeah, she's gonna back up a little bit and go, fuck. Alright. Fuck. Kersplish.
Roll me an acrobatics.
No, this is not in any
Oh, you're
way,
just going
shape, or form.
straight.
Yeah. She literally ran off the cliff and like is trying to continue to run in the air as she is rapidly descending.
Oh god, hold on. It's that one gif of that dude who jumps off the diving platform and he's just still running. Hold on, where is it?
I have not seen this.
Where is it? Oh god. Here we go.
Let me find it. Let me see this gif. Hold on. Yes, that is what happens. That is exactly what happens.
Because you're not doing anything fanciful to break your dive, hey Belky.
This will still break your dive. His foot's out, isn't it? His foot's out, isn't it? His foot hits the water first, doesn't it? Also, there's people down here and there's a waterfall.
Point.
So
you didn't turn into a category size large creature and belly flopping, so
I'm just saying.
The
water is already
disrupted. I'll give you a pass.
Thank you.
For now.
Logic wins in the end.
No, it's not logic. It's
If it looked like Belky was gonna...
Yeah, there's two people with, like, levitate at the ready.
I cast Featherfall, Belky just continuing to run like it's a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah, you land straight in. Just as previously mentioned, bathwater warm. It is nice.
Endair is on his back, arms behind his head, hood keeping his ears dry, as he is just floating along, using his tail like a little mini propeller.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
He is paying none of you any mind right now.
I think Belky's gonna swim. Is Iapetus a person or a doge?
Right now, she is humanoid just because she hasn't done a shift here yet because she doesn't want to potentially freak out any.
Sure. In that case, Belky, still underwater, comes over and starts to, like, grab Iapetus's feet, pull her under.
Iapetus, I will say this. The water is crystal clear down here. So you're gonna see Belky kind of swimming. Actually, what is your passive perception?
That's a good question. It is a 15.
Belky, if you're gonna do this, I need you to roll me a stealth.
Oh, I wouldn't be wearing heavy armor. Hold on.
That's still an 11.
I was gonna say, am I the only one who took off their clothes with the exception of like certain pieces?
Belky would have taken off the armor part, but like clothes, fine.
Still an 11.
That's fine.
So, as you attempt to try to sneak, hey, Iapetus, you see Belky underneath the water, kind of coming up towards you.
So, in a manner that is a little too fluid, like you wouldn't expect this from her, you kind of just see her feet kind of like slightly.
We're losing Zai.
We're losing you, Zai. Uh-oh.
Hear me?
Yep, we can hear you
now we
now.
can.
I'm also gonna
Okay.
turn down the...
That's weird.
Mm.
So, in like...
Oh,
It ate you
uh-oh.
again.
Okay,
Give Doggo back.
Internet, no! What are you
Wow.
doing?
Damn.
Can't believe we lost our favorite doggo.
We can't hear you, but can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, so it's a one-way thing. That's weird.
Okay, so I can hear us.
Why is there the static sound? Is that meant to be water?
That is a
Water.
waterfall.
It sounds like static. Okay.
Okay, Zai, check your settings. Check your microphone settings. It might have just shifted your microphone over to a default setting. You might have to drop out and drop back in.
That's happened to me
You
too
might.
before.
It sucks.
It
Yeah.
happens. Sometimes Discord is a bitch and it just does it randomly.
And now we wait.
Yes, we do.
Hello.
Hello there. Zai?
Hey,
see-
can you hear me?
Yes!
Yay!
Crystal
We can hear
clear! Like this water you're in.
Yes.
Real chat? I changed nothing. All I did was exit and come back in.
Yeah,
So you turned it
Discord's
off and
been
on
having
again.
A little, yeah, Discord's been having a little bit of a weird hiccup. I had the same problem during like Candlekeep where I had to like basically like fuck about with the settings.
Mm-hmm.
Yippee! Okay, well, I won't hold up any longer. Basically, so when Belky goes for Iapetus' feet, in an unusual, like unexpected manner, she'll actually kind of notice like her feet kind of flutter and like flipper a little bit, which is a bit too fluid a motion for her, like you wouldn't expect it. But she's just barely out of reach of you, almost as if it was done as like a almost.
That's fair. My love,
Yes.
I would recommend music over the static sounding water.
Oh, this is fine. I don't have a problem with it.
Maybe turn it down a bit.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
not as
Yeah.
prominent.
How's that sound?
Yeah.
Better.
Okay. Well, you all are currently getting to enjoy a bit of the nice weather. It is nice and sunny. There is shade being provided by the trees. There is this nice, crystal clear, fresh water that you are just all floating around in. It is peaceful.
You know they're all talking about us, right?
After the speeches that you've been given, I'd hope so.
No, I mean, we all left the village at the same time. There are conversations that are happening right now.
Oh.
Billy comes up out of the water. Oh, this is nice. What's happening? What?
They
Come on.
they might be having conversations about us right now. Politics
Why?
and all that.
Was we all fucked off together?
No, they literally invited us out here. They invited. They may have invited us out here as a sign of goodwill, so they can have a conversation amongst themselves about us. Try to figure out everything.
Well, you think it's bad?
Probably not. They
I was
might
gonna
be
say-
determining things. They might be figuring out things. They might just be figuring out how they're going to get us 8 hours away back home.
Yeah, maybe, but consider this: we killed the big ass sea serpent thing, so hopefully that's gonna be a good thing. You know, a
Yeah.
little feather in our caps.
Absolutely. And none of you made a social faux pas, which is great.
Yet.
Well, we still got time to fumble into them.
Yeah, true.
It's going to be amazing.
Well, that's what we got you here for. Help bail our asses out.
Absolutely. I won't save you with my mother, though.
Well, no, that's when you sit back and laugh.
I want you to know, by the way, I'm keeping tabs.
On?
points to Endair. I'm keeping tabs on anything that you might set me up for. And I'm keeping a tally.
Like what?
I don't need to set you up for a single thing.
Mhm.
You've all been doing that plenty on your own. Isn't that right, Daedalus?
What?
How do you even know that?
I
What?
was on the beach right next to you.
We had all of Goldblum in between us.
What? So what? Okay, what did Specs do?
Want to talk about it, buddy?
Might as well. It's out in the open now.
You want to get closer so we're not shouting it?
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
No, I didn't bring a change of clothes.
What? You
Swims over. Not what I was saying, but all right.
Exactly.
didn't bring a change of clothes. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's a vacation.
Yeah, I left that
Lucy,
stuff at the
do you
village.
not see my...
Oh, well, yeah, you leave it at the village. So we're gonna, like, squelch on back. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
So a half-clothed, essentially, Iapetus is getting out of the water. Lucy, just put your clothes on the side. Like points to the pile of neatly folded clothes that are on the bank. Just, and then you won't go back soggy. Come on.
I want you. Because we have connected things, can I recommend something, Frost?
What's up?
Since Iapetus has known Daedalus for most of his life, I would say roll a history check on something real quick there, just for personal history.
Okay.
It's a low bar.
He has never bathed.
A 14?
Yeah, you would know then the entire time you've known him, you've never seen your brother swim.
Right. And knowing that, she probably still would have been like, you can at least
Points to
dangle your
Goldblum.
toesies in. So she'll just walk over. All right, look. So you don't have to go all the way to the center if you don't want to. If you stay closer to the embankment, you can at least like get your feet wet and relax and cool down without having to worry about being in the center. And worst case scenario, you know I'm here. I won't let anything happen.
Yeah, I'll still stay on the beach, but I'll at least tell what's going on here. So,
Okay.
points to Belky and Endair. You know how you two look at Iapetus?
What?
A lot of people look at you in a specific way. It's easy to notice.
What?
Head tilt.
Do I look funny or something?
No, it's a look that you give.
Uh-huh.
It's whenever someone finds my sister attractive.
Oh, well, I mean, she is, so, like...
I know, but I'm used to that being like... I'm used to seeing that look from just about everyone we meet, at least at school.
I want you to imagine a very clear tea kettle that is slowly getting red from the bottom up.
Again,
Just going
objectively.
walk over to the water and get very low.
Belky is going to Will Smith pose at Iapetus. Obviously she's hot. Like, bruh.
I'm not holding it against you or anything, but it's more of, one of the huntresses started looking at me that way.
You serious?
Yes.
Did you just change it?
Did you just
Yes.
fucking
Jameson
shit
us?
on Jameson us, you son of a bitch? Get the fuck out of my goddamn campaign. Fuck off.
Daedalus currently looking at Belky. Get the fuck out of here before
Fuck out of here before I beat the absolute dog shit out you.
Oh, I love you guys.
So yeah, sounds like you've got an admirer.
Yeah.
So just tell him no. Like,
Well,
bruh, just tell him no.
That's what I was gonna ask if there's an appropriate way for doing that from Endair. I was just waiting for them to get out.
Fair enough.
I mean, technically, unless you feel uncomfortable or they've approached you in some way, Lucy, you don't necessarily have to say anything.
We'll see what happens. Not getting to the root of the problem, especially in front of everyone. But yeah, no. Also, Endair, is there also a reason why when you're doing all the very complimented introductions, mine starts with a warning? I feel like I should know the context for that.
Endair is floating by, and as he floats by and you mention this, his face shifts. Yeah. You probably should.
Oh, it's that voice. Is this like walk over there? Like only I can know voice.
So, you know how you talk about Big Lady L in Drow Society?
Hmm. He's you're watching as his face starts to look like your face, only more defeated.
So, according to legend, the elves was created by the god of magic, Arcanos. But a section of his followers followed his brother, the god of undeath, better known as the man of black and white. And eventually, that group formed a fanatical devotion to this man, and they were corrupted from the elves that they once were into drow. And every drow that we've ever seen and have ever heard of works for this man. And when you see one, it's usually an omen of death, because usually either one or a lot of people are about to be killed by this drow. And I need to let every person that I know, I need to tell them up front, right off the bat, that you are not associated with him. You are not one of them. That you are my friend. And I am personally putting my reputation on the line every time I make this introduction, because I am basically vetting you to them and telling them that I have known you for a while and that I trust you with my life. And as such, I trust you with theirs.
So you know that scene in Spider-Verse where older Peter is like realizing that he can't turn down Miles while Miles just sits on the side of a building, and you watch him go through all the stages of like grief at once, and it just ends with him doing this into his elbow. Goes through all that, and then he just goes, "I'm now understanding why people try to kill gods."
Yeah.
Are there any caves on your island?
I don't know about
Why?
this side. I imagine that there might be some caves on my side.
Well, I'm hoping so, because I think probably for the best if I just hide in a cave.
No.
No.
Look, let me put it to you like this, Daedalus. Every look that you have gotten from these cousins of mine, has a single one of them looked at you in a way that made you feel unsafe or uncomfortable, apart from that one? And we know that she doesn't want to hurt you.
No, but I wasn't looking.
Just tell him you're not interested, bro.
No, we're talking about the god that apparently I'm connected to.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. I was on BRB.
Oh, no, you're fine. But yeah, it turns out all drow
I mean-
and omen of death.
Not all drow. You're the exception, at least in this world.
Did you just pull a "you're one of the good ones," Bob?
Yes. Unfortunately, he is the only good drow. It is canon in this world.
Unfortunately, that is true.
Yeah. They
That
had
is
to li-
Solomon is a dick.
So Sal's gonna go, look, Daedalus, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. Just give me quick yes, no's on this one, alright?
All right.
Have you felt in danger since you've gotten here by anyone who has seen you?
No persons, no.
Have you, at any point, been interested in worshiping this god of undeath that is previously mentioned or even known about their existence?
No, I have not.
Has you being what you are and what we have just learned had a serious impact on relations with, like, Endair or anyone else or anything of that nature?
Oh, no.
So what's the problem?
I'm sorry, I've never been an omen of death before.
I thought you were just that way by being a wizard. I thought that just came with the territory.
I mean, necromancers, yeah, but I'm time magic.
It's a joke.
Oh. You know I'm bad at that.
I mean, what is time but the ultimate killer?
Not helping.
Look. Sure, you, your race has an unfortunate reputation. I get that. Probably most out of anyone here. Plenty of people gonna look past it.
What was that?
All it just means is that you got an unfortunate history. And, that ain't something that is attached to you as a person.
Alright, I'm definitely have to try much harder now to not to scare anyone because I don't want to ruin Endair's, like, reputation.
Oh, please, I've done plenty to ruin my own reputation.
Oh, please tell.
Well, I haven't done anything with this particular village, but when I was a cub, I was a little bit of a troublemaker.
Uh-huh.
Go on.
Oh, you should have seen some of the things that myself, Weiss, Ketch, Bark, and Shine and Flamey used to go through and do. It was certainly something.
That sure is a lot of names.
Sure is.
Think they're still around?
Oh. I mean, they were back home when I left, so probably, unless they left or went or got stricken with wanderlust or got eaten by something.
How often do people leave this island like you did?
Rather often. I mean, a sizable portion of our population, a sizable portion of us, make a living as traders, as merchants, as sailors, so on and so forth.
Huh. Fair enough.
I mean, why do you think that I'm so comfortable on a ship?
I don't know. Ship cats are supposed to be lucky, so I don't fucking know.
Well, I've certainly been somewhat lucky all this time. Oh, Daedalus,
Uh-huh.
there is one thing that you might want to know.
And that is...
When it comes to a female Tabaxi coming after you, passivity does not mean disinterest. So a male Tabaxi can smile at you gently, they can speak at you a little bit, or observe far more than they act, but that doesn't mean that he's not interested. That means he's watching, listening, and judging your actions more than your words.
So it sounds like being direct is probably the best way to go.
Yeah,
Alrighty then.
I would do that. Which, hey, direct is your strong suit, so, you know, easy peasy.
Sorry, you broke the player with direct is your strong suit. Okay. Alright, well, you guys enjoy your swim. I'm just gonna sit on the beach.
Bro, just come swim with us. Can you, like, not swim? At all? Full stop?
Yes.
Oh. Well, we can show you how to swim.
At this point, I can be tempting fate. I've already broken all my ribs today.
What?
I bet this will
Yeah,
do
that thing hit
something.
me up, like, back at solid, like, 50 yards into a tree.
Yeah, but you got healed, right?
Yeah, I got healed, but I still broke all
Well,
my
then
ribs.
you're fine. Hey, you're fine. Listen, any landing you can walk away from, right?
Daedalus, would you like my cloak?
What's your cloak?
It's a cloak that lets you breathe underwater, and it lets you swim as quick as you can walk.
Alright, I'll take that middle round.
He pulls off the cloak of the manta ray and tosses it over towards him.
Now, remind me above game, does this let him keep his clothes on, or does he just need to have the cloak?
You would need the cloak, and it's not even an attunement item. While wearing the cloak with its hood up, you can breathe underwater, and you have a swimming speed of 60 feet. Pulling the hood up or down requires an action.
Alright, then Daedalus will slowly take off his clothes and, with great care, put his glasses on top of them, put on the cloak, and he's like, slowly.
That's a better idea than what Aepetus was gonna do.
Daedalus, as you enter the water is, as Serpent said, it is bathwater warm. It is nice. You don't feel too wet due to the cloak of the manta ray, and as you go in the water, it's almost as if you really didn't leave land, because you could just breathe fine and normally.
This is interesting.
You can see fish swimming past you. You see some underwater life, plant life, animals, some newts, a little bit of fresh water. At one point, you see this little kind of like almost shrimp, kind of a couple like underwater shrimp.
So this is what you look like, not hot cooked. Interesting.
But yeah, you are underwater. Everything's looking pretty nice. Do you want to go for a swim?
Well, I'll say he's swimming around, but he's probably going to spend a lot of time because he can spend time underwater without having to breathe. He's more fascinated now at the world under the water.
Of course. Feel free to move all your characters wherever you want. Let's see. Goldblum, you're able to breathe underwater, yes? Or go underwater for longer periods of time?
I was about to say, technically, I don't breathe water. I hold my breath.
Yeah.
15-minute maximum,
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. You all relax. You're all enjoying some peace and quiet. I would ask Daedalus, and I will actually say Goldblum. Can I get you both to roll me perception checks?
Sure.
As you both can do this because you are able to go underwater for longer periods of time.
Oh wow, 19.
22.
Hey, you two, as you are both kind of just enjoying the underwater life and everything else, I'll say, Daedalus, you're the first one that'll actually notice this. You kind of follow an underwater newt that's just been, like, swimming and enjoying. And it kind of just, like, it swims by you, heading towards the waterfall, and you follow it. There's still the rush of water, everything else. You watch as it goes up, and then disappears behind the waterfall.
Interesting. There's something under the waterfall. All right, let's go see what this is. This is all inside his head. He's not actually talking.
Mm.
Okay. Goldblum, you would also kind of been following, just passively tracking. You do see your friend currently going under the water, and following the snoot, heads up and kind of goes up to what would probably be behind the waterfall. Daedalus, as you go and follow this newt, you surface a bit. You have dark vision, correct?
I have advanced dark vision.
Oh, good. You notice that there is a decently sized cavern right behind the waterfall. It appears to be two entrances, like two ways to get in and out on either side. It's roughly around like a nice, not so narrow, but it's like if one can go underneath the water and, you know, avoid the massive crash of underneath the water, avoiding the crushing, you know, pressure of all that water coming down. It's kind of like, you know, like a small little stepping up out of the water. With your... And because you have advanced dark vision, you'll notice that there is some furniture in this little alcove.
Huh. Alright, 1 second. Let's go swim back out. Guys, there's a grotto with furniture down here. Behind the waterfall.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Furniture?
Yeah.
Is there a light?
No, but I can do dancing lights, so you'll be fine.
Okay. Alright, let's go see. Lead the way.
Okay, do.
I will switch you on over to the new map. Can you all see?
Yep.
Yes.
Huh. Who lives here? I'm investigate.
There, I would say, Goldblum, because of your size, you are going to have a little bit of trouble. I would say you would probably need to revert back to your normal humanoid form, just to be able to squeeze on through.
Nah, he's just gonna stick his head in and look.
The garbage disposal.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Iapetus, are you following your brother?
Yes, but before she would go, she'd probably like go up back to the beach to like pick up some of her pick up her stuff and then head over.
Of course. As you head in, I'll move your token right there. You all will notice that within this little alcove, this little grotto, there is what appears to be like an old, kind of like bed, like large enough where it can fit. It's probably around like a queen size bed, if anything. The pillows are predominantly what's constituting for pillows seem to be kind of like burlap sackish, filled with old like feathers and whatnot. There is animal hides that have been used for the bed in terms of like covers, a little bit of nice warmth. The mattress itself seemingly is made of like old foliage and material that is, like of an ancient bed of sorts.
I'm glad dancing lights
It's-
doesn't like act like a UV light.
Yeah. There is kind of a half table set right across from it, like kind of made where it acts almost like a normal, like with a singular chair. There's two wooden trunks that are currently like just sitting across. Does not seem to be any locks on these, and Daedalus, I'll move you over here. There is a ring of stones and like what this looks up. It appears to be like this would be where a fire would be like made. Like would be like a little bit of like a campfire.
Well, this is where you could make a fire. Points at that.
Yeah, right here. As there is a ring of stones and definitely some old ash and, soot and other things.
I hope
Alright,
we
is
haven't
there-
disturbed someone's home.
Is there a way to make like an investigation check or what have you to kind of see if this is the kind of stuff that somebody from the village might have made, or if this was like a somebody that was stranded and built like a makeshift shelter behind the waterfall, or
I'd say roll an investigation. I'd say an investigation. Oh.
14.
14. Belky, if you're speaking, I cannot hear you because you are muted.
Shit, I forgot. Okay,
Yeah.
I said, sorry, I was saying I was gonna use, produce flame to light the fire if Iapetus moved out of the way. I didn't realize I was
There's
muted.
no
I'm
wood
sorry.
on that.
Oh, never mind then.
It's just ash and soot. Basically what the remnants of a fire from
Sure.
probably a good while ago. In fact, everything in here seems like old. Nothing really seems newish. Endair, with a 14, I'll say due to the fact that you are familiar with how your people and the tribes are, this is exactly similar to that of how you and your tribe live. The bed itself is like it's rather substantially sized. Normally you guys don't have these kinds of bed styles, but it's made in the exact same way that if your tribesmen were to like make a modernish bed. The chair is pretty rudimentary, but honestly, it's not too bad. It seemingly has been made of like of different material types. It's fairly similar jungle wood, but there are some like bits and pieces here and there. The chair looks to be a little bit more reinforced to give up some like stronger like leg support. As far as those two wooden trunks, they're old, but they're not made similar to that of your people. Those look more, I wouldn't say newish. It's definitely old. In fact, but it's not as old as like the other materials in here. Like the bed seemingly is the oldest. The chair and the table, of course, are also probably around the same age. The two trunks seemingly though are more I'd say roll me a history. Give me a history check.
10.
You can't really place how old the two wooden trunks would be. They're definitely not as old as the bed, the table, and the chair, but they're not new. It's definitely years. Then again, it's wear and tear as well.
It doesn't look like this place has been used like recently, correct?
No, in fact, it hasn't. It looks like it hasn't been touched in years. Like, I'd say with
With
roll me a
the,
general intelligence, if you don't mind.
can I correlate what the cousins have told me? I'm going to correlate this information with what the cousins told me about the males leaving. Wow, same roll, both
Fuck me.
a 5 and a 1.
It's
Roll
hard to
20
tell.
decreeth.
Roll 20 really do. But I'll say with that 10, it's really hard to tell. In all honesty, I mean, nothing
I get any-
about this. Belky, with your investigation, I'd say it looks like probably a tribesman would have lived here.
Mm.
Or tribeswoman. Someone from the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Big bed.
Yeah. Hey, is this normal for people to, camp out here like this?
No,
Okay, so
he
do we...
wanders. He wanders over slowly as he motions towards the bed. This is of a style that this is kind of like the same construction that we'd use, but this bed is way too modern.
Okay.
This is like a quote air quotes civilized bed.
Okay.
The chests look a lot newer than the rest of this, but what I'm thinking is this might have something to do with the fact that you notice that all the inhabitants of the village are female, correct?
Yeah.
And they told a story about a rogue male.
Mm-hmm.
This might be that rogue male's den after he left the village for some time.
I see. Well, do you think we'll get any kind of, reward mentioning it to anyone?
Possibly. At the very least, those of the village could probably use it.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering who had the wherewithal to move a bed frame, and a mattress all the way in here.
They
Yeah,
Probably
built-
built it in here.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Collect the materials from the jungle nearby, just bring it in, and then just build it from here.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Frost, I'm going to walk over the chests and take a look inside and see exactly what's in these things.
As you open up the trunks, you will notice that it is, first and foremost, there's an old kind of musty smell. But within seemingly is some animal skins that are fashioned to make kind of like clothing that honestly look like they would fit Goldblum of all people. There is some pottery, there is some clay cups, a pitcher, there is some tribal tools, bits and pieces of what could only be described as some little tidbits, like bone hooks for fishing, a little bit of containers. You pop one open and you smell it, and you get hit with some seriously strong vinegar. If anything, I would say roll me a I'd say roll me a general intelligence with advantage, because this does involve your cooking knowledge.
Nat 2025.
Hey, let's go.
This would have been wine, but it has become vinegar because of age. Like, it's aged, and it has become pungently strong. And that's just in the first chest. The second chest happens to be some, like, tools, like woodworking tools, some pottery tools. There is, like, bits and pieces here and there. In fact, you actually find some material to make, like, some hunting traps. Some pretty simplistic ones, like a little bit of a couple snares, some, like, fishing, like, probably, like, how you would have, like, those little shrimp prawn nets and, like, a couple fishing cages.
The clothing, is it the clothing style? Is it more masculine or feminine in style?
More masculine. In fact, there is... You kind of look through, and as you pull some of it, it's predominantly just, like, normal animal skins and whatnot. There is, however, a bit of, like, some leathers. Like, for, like, you see a pair of, like, boots that are, honestly, it looks to be, like, saltwater crocodilian boots. Like, but not to the standard of modern. Like, if someone made saltwater crocodilian boots in the style of, like, your tribe.
Goldblum, no!
There is a little bit of padding. In fact, you kind of look, and you can find some pieces of what appears to be, like, leather armor.
Like Salas style leather armor? Or like more rudimentary tribal kind of leather?
Tribal kind of leather armor.
Mm. Yeah, I'm thinking that this is... I'm thinking that that a male lived here by himself for a while. Might have scavenged the chests, made the bed. That, or this is somebody's first base from Minecraft.
What's that?
I don't know what it is, but it annoys me.
But in all honesty, it looks like this place hasn't been lived in for quite a while. Definitely old. Though how old, you're not familiar.
Personally, what I'm thinking is, after the males left, at least one of them came here, made a home for at least a bit, and then left. Or he died.
It definitely gives the vibe that he might have left, given that there's really not much left here.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. Salas has not moved from his position at all. In fact, he seems to be kneeling down.
What'd you find?
You walk on over and you see him measuring and slowly brushing away dirt, much like a archaeologist would, as he apparently is digging in the spot to his immediate left. I think I noticed something while we were all walking around, and you see a bit of wood underneath the spot.
What? Is that like another entrance or exit? Maybe?
Isn't exactly what I was thinking, but I will continue to dig until I unearth this wood.
As you begin working more upon this little area, you notice that the wood is more of a curvature. like a bit of a curve, not flat. And there seemingly, eventually, you actually find some metal.
That's what I thought. Kind of looks around inside. This is a lot of the bare bones, everything that you might need in nature to survive, right? Clothing, amenities, basic stuff.
Yeah.
Well, no, try as people might, no one ever gets by on the basic stuff. Everyone's got to have hobbies, goals, ideas, and that's missing from this hovel.
Well,
So,
it depends on how long they're here.
I imagine pretty long, considering they put up their own bed and built it inside. It was likely a base of operations. But the
Well,
point I'm getting at is, where's the interest? Where is the hobbies? Best answer to that isn't that it's not here, and he puts his foot down to the wood and the metal. It's that it's kept hidden, and he gestures to what I'm assuming at this juncture looks like the curvature of a chest.
You would be correct. In fact, I would say you clean off more, and eventually you manage to unearth a chest.
nice.
It is, however, locked.
So
Damn, if only we had a rogue.
Yes, and said rogue is going to do the most roguish thing ever, and check for traps first.
Well, yes,
Roll me an
smart.
investigation.
14.
Doesn't look to be any traps. I mean, there's just a simple, external lock onto this chest.
None that I spotted. Hopefully they didn't have time to set up something I couldn't see. And I will go ahead and I will roll thieves' tools.
By all means.
18.
Easy peasy. The lock is, without a doubt, probably it's an old model lock, and you kind of fidget with it. I have to turn a little bit of the tumbler inside, but eventually you manage to just pick the lock successfully, and you hear a ka-chunk as the lock falls off.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that this one probably doesn't have teeth, but just in case that it is, kind of looks over to the members of the front line from the beach. If it is, probably best I go first anyways. I'm gonna open it up.
As you open up the chest, there is what appears to be a kind of this really, really nice, really nice animal skin covering over whatever is underneath, and you pull it up and you kind of look it over a bit there, Silas, and you realize you're holding a really nice animal skin cloak. This is probably something of a jungle deer or a jungle buck.
Kind of looks diapetus. Done a lot of skinning in your time?
Thereabouts. Let me take a look at it. Maybe I could see what it is.
Looks like a buck at my first guess. Yeah.
God, do I need to roll something?
I'd say roll a nature. The DC is not going to be too high.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
A 13.
Silas is actually correct. It looks to be a jungle buck.
Yeah, looks like you were on the nose. It's seems to be a buck specifically, I guess, from this region.
that's not the only item that's in there. You can see a bunch of material. The chest itself is pretty hefty on its own. Salus, as you look more closely inside, you see a necklace of what appears to be predatory animal teeth. And it is a combination of what could be described as probably crocodilian teeth, maybe some boar tusks, and one really large fang, similar to that of the sea serpents that you guys fought. There is an old brass ring that happens
Yes.
to be it's simple in its design, however there is what appears to be a kind of a symbol on like the ring head where it is it looks elven. On top of that, there is an old animal hide bound journal. You see a thing of a paper wrapped around something, and as you take that and unwrap it, there is a single platinum coin, an old platinum coin, wrapped up in originally roll me a general intelligence check, if you don't mind.
Sure, I'll do the think. Save, I want the check. Oh, 14.
14 isn't bad. You at first you were about to dismiss this kind of wrapping paper around the coin until you kind of do a double take and you realize that this coin was wrapped up in what appears to be a crude map of some kind. However, not only that, you look down, you see 200 gold pieces just kind of scattered about.
Yo.
As well as a piece of parchment paper that's been rolled and wrapped, and you kind of have to. You see a glint underneath the gold, and you kind of brush a bit. You see a pretty wicked-looking double-bladed spear underneath the gold.
Look at this. Pulls the thing out.
Yo. Yeah, I think you found your hobbies and what he was using for hunting.
Also,
Oh, I found.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I was just going to point out Daedalus put up detect magic and is just looking at to see if anything has a glow.
I will say the wrapped parchment actually does have a glow to it, and so does. Let me double check. So does the spear.
So the parchment
the
and the
spear-
spear?
Yeah, the spear's magic isn't really. It's not massive, in fact. It's kind of very minimal. It's the parchment paper. It kind of looks like it's been torn off of something and just turned into like a scroll of some kind.
Permanent spell scroll. That has that's at least what?
Go ahead.
I was just saying in Daedalus. That's a primitive spell scroll, basically written in a spell book, and that spear has magic. Not a lot, but some.
All right. Do you know what kind of magic?
Frost.
So, what are you looking at, if you don't mind me inquiring? Which item are you looking to?
He'll look at the spear first because that's what probably is going to be like bandied about.
The magic on it is honestly it's mundane magic, if anything. It just something. In fact, I'd say roll an Arcana.
Okie dokie.
I'm just gonna hand the spear on over to Daedalus.
That's 11. Actually, no, I've got inspiration. I'm gonna burn it.
I'd say save it.
Don't forget Detect Magic tells you what school of magic it is.
Yeah, so this will kind of help. This just seems to be like mundane magic to overcome magical resistance. Like normal resistance.
You know how
Similar to like. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna do the explanation. So you know how some weapons are magical and basically they only really do one thing, and that's hit things that are not that have like a defense against like normal weapons. It's that's what that kind of spear is.
Oh, so it's like my battle axe.
Yee.
All right.
If
Makes
you're Frost, if you're thinking about something like a magic weapon spell, which is 2nd level, it might be like transmutation.
Yeah, something similar to that. It doesn't give it like a +1 or anything, but it's definitely capable. And plus, I mean, just looking at this, it's pretty sick. In fact, I could actually give you an image if you all would like.
Sure.
In fact, give me just 1 second, as I will. Let me create a handout for you. My apologies, folks.
No worries.
Okay, give me just a second.
While you're looking for that, does anyone have the full list right now?
Of?
Everything we found in this chest.
No.
Right
I will.
now.
I can
Oh, sorry.
tell you right now if you would like someone to type it up.
Well, I didn't want to take away from you while you're looking.
I can type up what I have so far written down.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. This should be visible to you all.
Oh! War Dancer's Spear. Interesting.
Oh my god, I wanted IRL. Give me!
My monk had something like that.
That is the spear. Daedalus, I assume you're still keeping up your spell to be able to check what the
Yeah.
scroll is?
Mhm.
Alright, I will be happy to tell you. You scan it. Let me read Detect Magic. It just tells you the School of Magic.
That's it. Yeah, I'd have to do identify to figure out what it is.
Okay. The School of Magic for this is Conjuration.
Oh, that's conjuration one, so that's either teleportation or summoning. Coming or going, I guess. Huh. Never thought of it that way. But yeah, I can identify it later, just put somewhere where it would be dry.
So I was thinking, was that the end of everything in the chest?
Yes, it is. You find a necklace of predatory animal teeth. Let me. Well, here. Allow me to basically do a little bit of a thing for you all. Give me 1 second. You have a nice animal skin cloak, which is made a jungle buck, a necklace of predatory animal teeth, an old brass ring, elven style, an old animal hide-bound journal, 1 platinum coin wrapped in a crude map, 200 gold pieces, a conjuration scroll, question mark, and mysterious spear. Above game, you will know this as a war dancer's spear. I will inform you more if an identify is done onto it.
Salas is going to take the coin, he's going to take the map, and he's going to take the book, and he's going to walk on over to this. And he says, he kind of looks at, kind of taking Belky's words, Hans indeed. And he's going to fold out, and he's going to start combing over he's going to start combing over the journal, and he's going to start combing over the map.
Of course. The map, as you kind of look over it, it's definitely worn, it's definitely old, there's definitely some parts. Salas, roll me a... The map is kind of unfamiliar to you. It looks to be of a larger structure of some kind. And there's definitely like some notes written down.
Can I give him assistance with my knowledge of the area and everything like that?
Oh, by all means. In fact, if you assist, Salas, not only will you roll with advantage, you'll get a +5. However, this will come to another person.
Okay. That's fair enough. So that's a 19. Been rolling bad today.
I don't see it.
It popped.
Oh, 19. It's structurally looks like that of a temple.
Hey, and Pussycat,
Uh-oh.
didn't you say there was a place that we weren't supposed to go?
Ruins, not too far off from my village.
Does this look like that?
Does it, Frost?
Endair, I have one
Yeah.
question above game. You've never been to these ruins, have you?
No. He obeyed his mother and never went to that place. Denier, in the role of me canon, did not obey, went there, and got teleported the fuck away by a shard of the god of destruction.
Yes.
This doesn't look familiar to you.
He gives a little bit of a shrug. I have no idea. I never went there. My mother forbade it.
Well, then I say we take this to somebody who would know, because we're not meant to go there.
Mentioned that there was some other ruins here and there, but obviously the big one was the one to watch out for. This doesn't go to one of those ruins. It doesn't go to the really dangerous one. It might be worth looking out. But I feel like that might be something that this holds the answer to and holds up the journal.
We may also need to inform the tribe about this as well.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
Absolutely. But I'd like to know exactly what we're dealing with before we take it to them, if we can.
I mean, does it matter? Like, if this is the place we're not supposed to go, they'll tell us this isn't the place we're supposed to go. We're allowed to go. So then we don't need to worry about it.
Holds up journal.
Uh-huh.
And this might tell us just the same thing. Or it might tell us that it's not, and then have information on where it's not if we want to go there.
I think the main takeaway in this is, and Belky, like, takes a step back and, like, sits on the edge of the bed. So, what do we hope to gain from this? We can just take this
platinum
back.
coin.
Uh-huh.
Think about it for a second. We got a map, we got an old coin, we got a journal, and someone who's here clearly spending a lot of time on a hobby.
Alright, we're also on vacation.
Adventure.
Adventure.
Indulge an archaeologist in his find, eh?
Hoy.
It's easier when you learn to just accept it.
Nah, man, accepting anything is not in my nature.
Not even free shit.
I mean, free shit's great, but not when you gotta work for it. Let's just take
Listen.
what we found and, you know, go back to the village first and foremost, and then we'll sort it out later.
I'm gonna read the journal.
All right, go ahead and read the journal.
Is the ring still in the chest?
Did anyone take the ring? I mean, this is all free stuff for gather.
I didn't take shit. I'm not going to steal
Same.
from a Tabaxi.
So,
Might not be a Tabaxi, admittedly.
so Iapetus just wants to kind of investigate or look at the ring, given, just to make sure I wrote this down right. It's like a crude elven ring, right?
It is a brass ring, old, with an elvish kind of face on the front.
Got it. So then, basically, she kind of wants to, like, look it over to see if it's familiar to her in any way, given her kin, so to speak.
This does not look any bit familiar to you in the slightest.
I don't recognize this much at all. Kind of like just talking aloud to herself, looking for like little words on it, etchings, like some sort of little mantra someone would have put on it to give to someone else, like anything.
You just find it's one of those absent rings.
Wow. Come to find out, homie just got it from a gotcha machine in a safe way.
It just looks old and crude.
She'll leave it in the chest. Like she's not gonna take it at the moment. But she'll go look at book, literature, things, stuff. Look at book.
Journal.
Ooh, personal book.
You're going to take a look into the journal.
Yes.
Mostly
Right.
just to help, like if encounters languages or something that someone might not know.
I would say, Salis, as you begin to read, there is... It's written in common, but it's kind of a little bit of a weirder common. Endair, this is the subvariant of common of your people. That your tribesmen are more familiar with. And it reads out as follows. The journal... This is the journal of Kai, and I will spell the name out here. I am the mighty Kai, great hunter of these lands. First of my name, I take great pride in my skills, for I am matched by none. Not even the greatest of huntresses can come close to me. And as you read further and further, the journal kind of just talks about different hunts, different bits of what was hunted, good little bits and pieces, some encounters with different things, including an encounter with a very, very like, one of the encounters is that of an angry earth elemental that this hunter seems to have put into the dirt and managed to kill. You scroll further in, flipping page after page. The last few pages before it becomes blank speak of Kai encountering an individual. Someone who, and judging by the looks of it, this individual is someone who is of different variety. It details an individual wearing, how do I put this? Wearing of black and red robes with golden embroidery and plates. Wearing a golden mask. And that this individual has requested of Kai protection and, of course, a little bit of assistance of navigating around the entirety of the islands. Kind of wanting to check out different areas to look for what Kai can only say is places of great interest to this masked individual. With one of them being ruins of a temple that are outside over on one of the smaller, like, sub-parts of the archipelago. And that Kai has already sent a few of his people to scout ahead, and as payment, this masked individual has given Kai a single platinum piece, as the individual tells that this is of great value to the outside world. And thus, he will pay in kind for the great service, and that Kai himself is to undertake somewhat of a pilgrimage alongside this individual and a couple of his hunters and huntresses. That's where the journal ends.
Well, no treasure hunter, just a hunter. Kind of closes the book. And you're right. We didn't have anything to do with the temple, perhaps. No indication of gold or riches. The platinum seems to be a gift from that wizard we were informed about earlier. Payment of services. When I'd hazard a guess, this Kai, the great hunter, likely met his fate there.
You think so?
Might explain why this place looks so disheveled and abandoned, and
Yeah, probably.
why this money looks so old.
But then why didn't he take his
Yeah.
weapon with him?
It's a good question.
I mean, if he's if he's as well versed in hunting and weaponry as he kind of snarls a little bit seems to imply here, he probably had more than one weapon. So perhaps he left this one because he didn't think he would need it.
Maybe.
Well, then that would mean his weapon is must be much more magical than this.
What I find curious is that didn't Keha and Kimi say that the individual in the robes left after like 1 or 2 days, or like, yeah, after like 1 or 2 days, and then chose to move along?
Maybe they didn't find what Kai didn't really enjoy what Kai discovered. Or maybe that was just them moving along from the base camp farther into the wilds. Sal's is going to wrap the book back up in the binder, and he's going to put it back in the chest. I'm gonna ask at this juncture, do we want to bring this with us back to the camp?
I don't see why not.
I mean, yeah, might as well bring it back, let them know this is what we found in this specific place, and I mean, technically this is on their land, so it would be up to them what happens with it.
Fair enough. In that case, Dallas, you got anything that'll keep this chest dry as we take it through a literal waterfall?
Let me check real quick. But be warned, I did very much prepare combat spells because I knew we were going to be fighting a giant monster today.
Yeah.
Fair. I have an idea. You've still got that cloak of the Mantle Ray, right? Or the Mana War, whatever the fuck it's called.
Mhm.
Yeah, just hold on to that. Your clothes are dry.
In theory.
I mean,
But
we can test it with something else first, something way less valuable.
Well, then it's the other thing of, will its dead weight still just drop me to the ground? Because that's a lot of gold.
I mean, the gold can get wet, bro.
Yes,
Well,
but I
Mr.
can't...
DM, may I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Sure, DM. What does God say?
You got a big thing right over here. A big friend, in fact.
I
With a
thought
big
about
mouth.
that, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going
You
with that,
come
or like
from-
covering it up with the cloak and levitating it out, and Daedalus could just like hold on to his sister in doggo form.
Salas is gonna look on over to Goldblum, who has been an alligator this whole time. Think you can bite down on something for a little bit?
His mouth opens wide open.
I'll take that as a yes.
Gigantic, meaty garbage disposal.
A
By
meaty
wide
claws.
open, you mean just barely, because head was shoved in hole?
Yeah, I'll take it on over and I'll give it to Goldblum to kind of get it out of the water onto like land.
Because of your size category, Goldblum, you are able to easily encompass this thing in your mouth, and as you close your mouth around it, I'd say, because you're not putting too much of teeth in, and Salas, I assume you put it like far enough back where,
Yeah,
It's
he can
gonna
actually
be-
close his maw.
yeah. So the chest will not get wet. With that, you guys will be able to easily get out.
Yes.
You take the chest with you. Is there anything else you're wanting to do before you leave the spot?
No, I think I'm good, Chief.
All right. If that is the case, a moment, if you will. For I will be switching us back over to a different map. Un minuto, por favore. And this should be more than enough. Don't know why Goldblum Goldblum, your token is having a fit. Give me a sec.
Well, yeah, he's transporting an entire chest in his mouth. Of course he's gonna have trouble.
Alright, you guys should be back on the village map.
Yes.
Indeed.
Takes a bit for you all to eventually get back. Goldblum, you eventually kind of like exit wild shape and kind of just pick up the chest by your own. Doesn't weigh too much, even with all the material in it. It's maybe like a couple pounds. And you all return back to this hunter village, and of course, Keha will kind of see that you are all coming and go, "Ah, cousin, friends, how do you all?" And then she'll notice you're carrying a chest and go, "What is that?"
Something Specs found over here. It was under the waterfall.
Under the waterfall?
Mm.
Did not think there was anything behind the waterfall. Come, bring it.
I just realized the beauty of, like, the genius of having behind the waterfall. It's because they're mostly cat people, so not a lot of them go swimming.
It's true.
But you all are free to move your tokens about, go where you need to. Let's see. Belky, you should be able to still move your token, yeah?
Let me see. Yes, I can move.
Okay. You all wade into the village as currently the huntresses are kind of finishing up some preparations, putting away some of the meat stores and everything else as festivities are kind of coming down. Keha kind of walks up and goes, "All right, what did you find?"
You know how you mentioned something about the menfolk, going missing and what have you?
She kind of narrows her eyes a bit. Yeah, Yes, I remember the tales of those who are lost. Why?
Was there a fellow named Kai?
Keha kind of actually stiffens a bit and goes... And she'll actually walk up to you, Belky, and she'll go, "Shh! Do not say that name out loud."
Okay. We weren't trying to do anything to offend.
I understand. That name is weighted here.
All right.
Especially towards one of us.
Okay. Then, big guy, just give her the book, yeah?
I'll hand over the book.
Keha will take the journal and she'll kind of open up and goes, "It's definitely of our language." And she'll begin reading. And as she continues reading, her furrowed brow kind of rises a bit more and more as she's looking a little bit more surprised, going, "Allow me to change the music because we're not at the waterfall anymore."
Nope.
No. There we go. That should. She'll keep reading this. And she's gonna be looking, closes the journal and goes, "Cannot believe he actually left behind something."
There's an entire den just behind the waterfall.
A den?
Mm-hmm.
Bed, chests, tables, chairs.
That's something.
Looks like it hasn't been used in quite some time.
She nods. And you watch as she actually takes the journal and puts it in, like, a satchel of hers. I would ask that you all do not speak the name of that individual.
Well, we know better now.
It's nothing against you all, it's just... It's a very sensitive topic for Kina, of all people.
Oh.
The last thing I would have is one of my paw sisters deal with sadness at this current juncture. I do not want to give false hope, nor reopen old wounds. Come.
And oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Would there be any way to insight for the tone of that? Like sad for a very specific reason?
I'd say roll an insight.
Motherfucker, a 10.
Whatever it is, it's... If it involves Hina, the way that Keha is kind of talking, no doubt this is a sore spot for Hina. And that Keha is probably dealt with something.
Gotcha.
Come. What else is there in here, if you do not mind me?
Spear? Some other things.
Spear?
Yeah. It's very fancy looking.
She'll go to this chest, open it up, and kind of rummage around and pull out a spear. Double-bladed. It's definitely a material not of the island.
Really?
We do not use metal.
Oh!
I think I see what's going on here.
There's
Looks
also
on over,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
looks on over to Belky and says, that would explain why, or I think it was Belky who asked this. That would explain why it wasn't brought with. It was new and not used.
Well... She kind of looks to you, Salis. I cannot say that. And she kind of looks down into her own weapons, which are composed of metal.
Mm-hmm.
Metal is a commodity we do not really have around here. Not so much, per se. If you are to find it, it is within areas that are more... It best to be left alone. I received these weapons from a trade from Outlanders. This, it's older. It looks to be from Outland material. And she kind of like gestures to the actual spear. Notice the marking. The red. It is a paint that is not from here. You have more metallic inlays, fine-tuned. It is golden? She kind of looks to you all. Is that the right word? Golden? The
Looks gold
yellow
to me.
coins?
Yeah, that's gold.
It is golden inlays. I do not know what this would be out to your people, but here this would fetch quite a... It would fetch quite a thing. She kind of looks back to you and there. Right, cousin? Would definitely be seen as a very valuable gift.
Absolutely.
you know, if that's something you all want to learn, Pussycat here can do that sort of thing. Like, he works with metal. Like, he can show you guys how to do that.
Of course. We just, again, metal is. It's not something that we are against. It is just
Hard to come by.
hard to come by. Stone, wood, obsidian. Those are things that are easier,
Fair.
more plentiful. And she kind of rummages around. Yes, many of these coins. Nice belt. And she kind of looks at the really nice cloak. Definitely be quite a gift. The necklace. Definitely boar tusks, crocodile teeth, and a sea serpent fang. Interesting. And she'll kind of look at the. She'll pick up the ring and go. This looks like it belongs to one of the temples.
Well, I'll tell you this for free. We've not set foot anywhere, like, other than the beach, this village, and the little pond that you showed us. We've not been anywhere that we're not supposed to. Pussycat already told us there's a couple ruins that we're not supposed to go to, so, like, we've kind of avoided them.
The main one, that is more towards your village, cousin. That one we have been told to avoid.
Indeed.
This looks like it belongs to one of the ziggurats over on the southwestern areas, where the jungle is a little bit more vicious. You'll have to go visit it sometime. Good hunting. Though I would recommend bringing much material if you are not prepared. It is not just the animal life that is terrifying, but the plant life is also vicious.
Sounds like home.
She'll kind of
Sounds like
Go ahead.
something to investigate later. As Salas has a bit of a smirk going on.
she'll.
Ruins! Let's go!
So above game question.
Yeah.
Did you guys put that platinum coin and the crude map back in the chest, or is anyone holding it?
I believe everyone put everything back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll pick up the coin and she'll look at it and go, "This is not a coin I have ever seen. It is
No?
definitely Outlander make. Not one I have seen. What is it?" She kind of holds it up.
Oh, platinum. It's more expensive than gold.
I see. And then she'll take a look at the crude map. Yes, actually, this is a ziggurat of the southeast. No, not southeast, southwest. I'm familiar with it, though I did not explore too much of it.
So this is not the one we're not supposed to go to.
No, this
Oh.
is a smaller ziggurat. If
Oh,
you are talking of the temple, no, that one we have been warned, especially by. And she kind of shudders. The darker one.
well, there you go, Sully. We can actually go explore this temple.
Mm-hmm.
You happy?
Very. Though I must say, much as I'd love to go on an expedition again, love to go on an expedition again. Much as I'd love to do so, I'd probably say that we have to touch base with the the other tribe. He kind of gestures to Endair.
Of course. Oh, well, before you leave, at least take some time to rest. Oh, hold on 1 second. I have something. And she actually, no, wrong way. She kind of goes towards this way. Kiara! And she disappears into this tent. Only to come back a minute later, and she goes up to you, Goldblum. I do not know what you are like, dear friend, but I do have a gift for you. As you are the one that did kill the serpent. And she hands you this kind of nicely leaf packed, like this leaf wrapped kind of bundle. I do not know if it would be of great use to you, but I think you would enjoy it. It is all natural, and I believe you deserve it the most.
Think you can get behind au natural, huh? And she'll like elbow Goldblum.
Yes, I like things natural.
Goldblum, do you open the package?
If it is an appropriate time to, yes.
I'd say it is. She kind of looks at you expectantly.
You open it.
Goldblum, as you open it up, you see some very intricate work that has been done. You see what appears to be armor made of sea serpent scales.
Oh, let's go!
That's awesome.
Neat.
It has been blessed by Kina, so it should at least aid you. Above game, Goldblum, you have been given +1 scale mail.
Yo, let's go.
Wait, I can't wear it though.
Hey,
What?
Can I?
No.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can't.
Oh, it just can't be metal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he can wear
Scale mail
scale
you can
mail
wear.
just fine because it's natural.
It is made of
Druids
sea
have
serpent.
medium?
Yep,
Yep.
it's when I
Ah.
was building Flit and looking for stuff, dragon scale mail popped up basically as the best armor because it is scales.
It's one scale mail.
Enjoy that gift.
How much did your AC go up by, dude?
Tank armor. Tank
Find it.
armor.
Add it. There we go. Let's see. Uncheck leather. With this armor, I have 19 AC.
Let's go!
I'm curious if I take it off because of custom AC. It's actually one more than the crystal body form, but I'm still gonna
it's-
use it because like the other benefits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
Crystal Body does work alongside it at 5.
yeah, it stacks.
So that'll bump you up to at least a solid 20 AC.
Wait, does it?
Let's
doesn't,
go.
Crystal Body won't help him, but he still now has a much higher AC. At least in the AC department.
Ah.
Yeah,
still
it's like
something.
under armored armor or whatever it is,
Mm,
the monk thing.
it'll still help.
Hey man, it's
Yeah.
+1 AC.
Right?
Yes. There is a second benefit to it.
Oh,
Because the armor has been blessed by Hina, who is, of course, that of the Hearthfire, the armor itself gives you a very it gives you a nice warm feeling. When you are subjected to cold climates or cold environments, you do not have to worry about dealing with negative consequences of cold areas. TLDR, this armor will keep you warm in cold climates. As it is kind of like a nice warm blanket around your chest.
Basically, you can tolerate temperatures as low as -50 degrees Fahrenheit without any additional protection. If you wear heavy clothes, you can tolerate temperatures as low as -100, or something along those lines. I'm looking at the boots of the Winterlands as kind of a pseudo kind of thing.
And considering you are a Goliath, and you are able to go up to a altitude of 20,000 feet without having to suffering, negative consequences, you're gonna stay warm on mountaintops, my friend. And
Bro, he's already resistant to cold.
Throw that man into deep space. He'll be warm.
I am the Yeti. Bald Yeti.
Spelled Yetee.
Yes. Actually, just ordered a t-shirt from them.
Is it made of scale mail?
I wish.
However, she immediately looks and goes, as far as everything else, and she kind of looks in. The spear is not something we would want, especially considering its history. If any of you wish for it, please, take it. Does anyone want to claim the spear?
No, I'm good. I mean, Belky likes to collect weapons and things, but if somebody wants to actually use it, go for it.
The thing is, none of us have a weapon proficiency for spear.
Spear is a simple weapon.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, anyone can use it. Yeah.
Anyone can use it. Your entire
It's no good
party
on me.
can use it.
If nobody... Zai, do you want it?
Do it!
It's a strength. It uses strength, right? Because it's not finesse.
So, I would say I could give more, but that requires somebody to, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So, here's the thing. I'm thinking about it, but I'd like to know who has the other spear first, because I wouldn't want to double up on both, that's kind of fucked up.
Well, one is also significantly stronger than the other.
Well, it's a weapon, so it's going to go to me, Zai, Bob, or Krista by default.
Let's put it this way. Who doesn't have a magical weapon? Because that's also important.
All of mine are magical by default.
That's fair.
I have a straight
I
up
make
normal
one,
quarterstaff and a gun.
Yeah,
The gun.
To be real,
I cast gun.
I'm gonna be real. If Endair wanted it, Iapetus would absolutely step back, especially because we're technically on his home turf.
It'd be a
I'll
nice
take it.
upgrade for the quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Well, maybe actually.
It's-
I don't know.
Especially since Saphira is going home, it would be interesting for her to have a spear of her own.
Yeah. There you
Then
go.
it is hers.
Yes.
Alright. So, I would say at this point, Hina does come out. And she notices everything. She goes, "What is the commotion, sister?"
Cousin?
Well, cousin. She's basically talking to her tribal sister here.
Oh, got it.
So she's predominantly speaking over to Keha. So Kimi is going to go, "Keha, what is going on? Our friends found a I found treasures behind the waterfall. Oh, would I be able to take a look at them? And she kind of looks at the spear. Oh, that is very nice. Cousin, would you mind if I looked at this?
By all means.
She will take a look. And while she is not really gifted, she will spend her time to kind of figure out this spear for you, as to save one of your party members a casting of Identify.
Fair.
I would have casted it myself either way.
Give it time. We still have a scroll to identify.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, War Dancer's Spear.
Nice.
This is a rare weapon. It does not require attunement. This double-bladed spear is extraordinarily light and perfectly balanced for use with one hand. While holding this magic spear with one hand, it has the finesse property. Whenever you take the attack action and make a melee attack with the spear using only one hand, you can use a bonus action to make an additional attack with the spear. You don't add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack unless the modifier is negative. Immediately after you use your bonus action in this way, you can move up to 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks, though you can't move farther than your remaining movement would allow. Proficiency with a spear allows you to add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll for any attack you make with it.
There you go. That's an upgrade from the staff.
I'm going to need that eventually. I'm going to need like the wherever you found it, so I can take.
Oh, I'll just
notes.
copy and paste this right here in the party notes.
Danka.
So, give me just a second. And let me put this. There you go. You should have access to it.
I see it. Thank you.
All good. And of course, Keha kind of looks at this bound like little scroll and she goes, "What is this? Paper?
Magic.
How is my paper No, oh, no." Then she kind of looks to you, Dallas. Like what you made?
Yes. Well, actually, no. It's more like someone ripped a page out of this. He just points at his book and then just rolled it up. But still works the same way.
Oh. Well, then here you go. As she hands you the scroll.
All right, Dale's will
Did
just
she identify it?
I had to spend
That's
10 minutes.
Keha.
Yeah,
Ah, sorry.
yeah, I have to spend 10 minutes ritual casting that.
No worries.
I would say you do. Please bring up Identify.
Okay, Are you on my sheet? There you are. No, that's a lizard script. I do that every time.
All good. You spend 10 minutes as you kind of concentrate feeling the magic without opening up the scroll. It takes a bit, but you do get. Daedalus, what you are currently holding is a spell scroll of Summon Elemental.
Neat.
That's a 5th level spell, correct?
4th.
Oh!
Yeah, you're thinking Conjure Elemental.
That is correct. Conjure Elemental is 5th. This is a 4th level spell, and I will be glad to explain it to you.
Oh, I know. If it's the new Tasha's ones, I can basically infer.
Yep, it is specifically from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Yeah,
It can be used by druids, rangers, wizards, as well as the Fathomless Warlock.
They're just gonna look at.
So technically, a good chunk of your party can technically, if they have a 4th level spell slot, can use this.
So you'll learn it?
Yeah, you can learn it by just opening it up and copying it, but copying it basically burns it like you using it.
Hmm.
It'll be like, Tabaxi, do you want the ability to summon minor elementals?
That'd be pretty cool.
Eyes kind of sparkling.
I mean, that would be kind of neat.
Just hands the scroll over to you.
It's like kind of like trying to gather it quickly because wasn't expecting it. Trying not to drop it.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm not... The elemental planes don't really interest me. I'm mostly focusing on time magic and the weave.
And of course, Keha kind of just looks at the remainder of what's within, and she kind of just looks at the gold and goes, "This is gold, yes?"
Should be.
And she kind
Do
of
you-
looks.
Do you not have any gold whatsoever?
We do, but we're not much of the coin variety.
Oh, well, Belky will take out one of the coins from her coin purse and hand it to her. Take it as a keepsake.
Thank you. If you do not mind, tell you what.
Hmm.
She will kind of just take the piece, look at it, and look to the rest of you. At least spend a little bit of time resting here. At least for the rest of the day. When you awake, we shall escort you at least as far as we can before you need to head on over to dear cousin's homeland.
Of course.
Absolutely.
I do have one thing to give before we rest. He looks over towards Kimi. You said that you're attuned with fire, yes?
That I am?
I have something from the place that I spent a great deal of time studying and learning. And he reaches into his bag and he starts pulling out not one, but 2 dragon heads made out of metal
No,
that are
not these.
attached to a plaque. And he sets the black head aside and he offers her the red head. This is a replica of what a dragon of crimson scales looks like in a world outside this one. It bathes in fire and lava. It breathes fire as easily as we breathe air. The firing mechanism that was once within this beast, he lifts up Dapplewing's righteous fury, assists me on my own hunts. This one spews acid. The red one spews fire. And given that you are attuned and akin to fire, I thought it only right as a gift to give you this, seeing as how rare metal is and how hard it is to come by here. And he offers her the red mechanical dragon head from Dapplewing's Manor.
She happily takes it, and
It is very magical.
she is very giddy. And she holds it, she looks at it lovingly, and then she just gives you a big hug.
Aww.
Thank you, cousin.
He reciprocates. You will hold the red my tribe will hold the black as a sign that even though we are different, we are still the same. And hopefully, after all this is said and done, we will be able to see you a little bit more often than we have in the past.
I think we can do with this. And she is going to immediately go back to the tent. Above her very bed, she will plant this red metal head and smile at it. Keha will look to you all and go, "We thank you. Come, let us get some rest. It has been a long, long day." As she steps back into the tent, the rest of the tribe make their way to some tents. And I believe that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yay. That was nice.
Don't think I didn't.
Finally got one of those.
What'd you say, Bob?
I finally got one of those damn dragon heads out of my inventory.
And you got a new spear.
Yeah.
I just come back. Did we wrap up?
We're in the middle of rapping, yeah.
We just got done. So,
Hooray.
I hope you like all this stuff.
CG, just to give you a heads up on what you missed, I gave the high priestess head.
Right.
The
Well,
Durgan head.
if on the plus side, if there's a feeling of burning that she'll get from the head, then she'll know where it came from.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, I took that mechanism out before I gave the head.
Otherwise, you're gonna require some pretty strong ointment.
I think they call that oil.
No, I'll just make it burn worse.
Nah.
But
Yes.
are we doing outros or?
I think we can do outros. Who would like to start off or send off?
I'll start off.
By all means, go ahead.
I'm Bob. I played Endair. Tomorrow, Maelstrom. I'm fucking tired. I've been up since 2 a.m. Krista, go.
Hi, I'm Spoiled Chestnut, also known as Krista. I don't really do much on the internet nowadays. I am a failed VTuber, a retired streamer. Yeah, that's I don't do much anymore except work a 9 to 5, and I'm here every other Saturday. So, do not mind me. I am just a figment of your imagination, a mass hallucination. I do not exist. Do not perceive me. But you can catch me here every other Saturday, as well as on Candlekeep every now and again. But yes, this is me. Zygo.
Hey everyone, I'm Zyme. You can find me here and at Instagram, at Zyme site. I played Iapetus. When I'm not here every other Saturday with these awesome beans, you can also catch me on Candlekeep occasionally, which I believe that'll be this Tuesday. I swear I'm good at calendar dates. I swear, juggling a lot. And you can also catch me streaming on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays when I'm not up to my elbows in schoolwork. But yeah, that is me. Wiley, it you.
Hello, you can find me at Wiley It's Willie on Twitch. I play randomizers and sometimes games that will lead to randomizers. Every Monday. Tuesday, you can find me at Fire and Touch channel for Ravnica every other week. Friday nights, late Friday nights, I'm going to be doing chill streams overnight. Sundays, more randomizers with Helix Ducks, co-op, multi-world, where our items are shuffled together. And you can also find my music on YouTube at Wiley Willy. I'm also on Blue Sky and Ko-Fi. Commissions are open. CG, where can we not find you? Also, Candlekeep at some point.
You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media. You can find me on twitch.tv/fartingtart tomorrow for a roundtable discussion about the War of the Shattered Sun. Just reflecting on the 4 years that we were playing that game, coming so close to making it 5 years. You can also find me every other Tuesday on that site for twitch.tv or Twitch for Rascals and Ravnica. Keep me. You might see me around with Candlekeep, as previously mentioned by all of these goons. And be sure to tune in on Monday and Thursday for the return of Pack Tactics this year. We're going to be doing a bit of a prologue to this year's campaign on Monday. It's going to be pretty important and pretty cool, so be sure to tune in. Frost.
Hello, everyone. Twitch, Twitter, JFrost747. You can find me basically where a good chunk of places where most of these goons have already said. You can find me over at Farting Tart for, of course, the 5-year anniversary celebration for War of the Shattered Sun. You can find me here every other Saturday for this lovely campaign. You can find me just in a couple different random places. But besides that, that's it for me. Vaughn.
Hi, you've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Blue Sky and YouTube at Burnout Vaughn and over on Patreon at Burnout's Bar. Yeah, 3 back-to-back sessions this week. We had this tonight, we had Those Who Wander tomorrow, where, oh boy, I took a job that was to find a magic rock. Now I'm in a giant conspiracy. This is gonna be fun. And then
Funny how
following
that
that
works.
is, yeah. And following that, like CG said, Pack Tactics. So I get to play my calmest and least traumatized character. Oh, that's saying something. But yeah, now we got that out of the way. We're gonna go raid our friend Skelly, who's doing some art, like art fight art. Oh, wait a second. What's this? Oh, we're having trouble with something. Terms of services. Oh boy. Well, can't raid right now, and I'll have to figure that out offline. But thank you all for coming. We'll see you again in 2 weeks' time. We love you. Bye-bye.
Wait.
Adios.